I thank you, God, and my spirit team, and my angels for having my back and giving me the strength to say what I need to say and articulate it to the best of my ability and to defend myself with love and respect. Good morning, Cheryl. I thank you for giving me the peace and the serenity to speak my truth and speak it without judgment, just the way it is, but with love for everybody involved on either side of the scenario. And good morning, North Bear, and I think Leah. So yeah, I come on here, we're on day 9, I believe, of part of my self-love journey. I have been on my healing journey for about 2 years, and I've had all kinds of crazy things that that keep me on my toes, to say the very least. They tried to keep me stressed out, and they tried to keep me in a negative mindset, and I refuse to allow that, and God refuses to allow that. Good morning, Sean and Megan. Talk to you later, I think. I'm gonna go with that. If I butcher your name, I apologize respectfully. Thank you for even popping in here and there. Good morning, Layla. So part of my journey, this portion of my journey has been just teaching me to bring myself to a space where I can focus on things that I love to do, things that I believe in, things that are on the here and now, because no matter what we have going on in our life, good, bad, or ugly, if we allow those to wear us down, we're going to stay so stuck in lack mindset that we're never going to be able to overcome it. And I refuse to take on a challenge or stress myself out or punish myself for just trying to do the right thing and loving people. So, good morning, Casey and TKE and Sam and King, Wrath, and James, even just popping in and out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. There's going to be people that pop in and out just for a small message. There's going to be people not sure if they resonate or not, but as they do, it's not always going to be the same thing. Right now, I've just committed to 21 days for myself and for anyone else that has decided to figure out where to start on the self-love journey. So, good morning, Ben, and I love Billy, and London, and Jojo. For those that don't know, I lost my job through no fault of my own. I was forced to stay home. I've applied for unemployment. A lot of these things came from attacks that were due to people who I had to let go in my life, which is very, very sad, but it is what it is, and I don't wish harm on anybody, including those that have done harm in my life, because I don't believe wishing harm on anybody is helping anybody. So I believe karma is karma, and as much mercy as I pray for everybody, even the ones that have done bad things to me, it's not up to me, it's up to God, and what God decides is to happen will happen. And so I pray for mercy, and I pray for everybody to heal in the best ways possible, and that's my priority in this journey, no matter what. if I can forgive myself for the things that I've messed up or done or whatever, then what right do I have to not forgive anybody else? And that's and actually, I was always on the opposite side. I was easy to forgive everybody else and not so easy to forgive myself. So now that I've learned, I don't even know how to say your name, but thank you for liking my live. And, for those of you that share it and allow people to find it, I'm in the part of my journey now where my soul tribe are starting to come look for me. And those that understand all of the things that I'm trying to do, as they're showing up, they're going to see exactly where I fit into their lives, and I'm going to see how they fit into mine. And Undercooked Chi, I like that name. Welcome. And XSJ, EJSX. Well, I could not do that one. That was difficult. Sorry. So I had a big trouble with grounding myself and aligning my chakras and doing the things that I needed to do because I was missing my creativity. And I've always been creative, whether it's dancing or drawing. By the way, I don't draw well, but creating little small things like my little coasters that I decided to make out of leftover cardboard. And I did this because I didn't have a lot of things. I didn't have artist easels and all the stuff just yet. As much as we want to do these things, but we don't have money. Well, you have pencil crayons, or you have, cardboard, you have things of that nature home that are already there going in the garbage. So why don't we start using them for things that we can use around the house? Just making little cases for the coasters. I mean, these seem like such simple things, but I promise you, I use my coasters every day, and they work very well. And I make my own teas. These things that I do seem so simple, but at the end of the day, they're things that take us out of the stress and the abuse that we allow into our lives, not to mention the abuse that we give ourselves when we're finding all of the million ways that we're not good enough or haven't done something good enough. There's 24 hours in a day, and if you can take 15 minutes out of that day or 20 minutes out of that day and just decide that you're going to do something and not think about any of the shit coming your way, and understand that we can't control everything in our life, but when we trust in ourselves and our resilience and our love of ourselves, and then understand that we do love ourselves and we love ourselves so much, that's why we're showing up. But we show up and we get depleted because we don't know how to fill our own cup. Good morning, JC and Avocado and Audrey and Prime Superstar. These things that I'm trying to do are simple things. I have the towel in my hand. I know it's beautiful. So I come on here and I do all of the embarrassing, yucky looking things, just to help other moms, and not just moms, single dads, people that are trying to find places to start on their self-love journey, and things that they can do to take that time to show themselves how much they really truly do love themselves. And whether it's journaling for a few minutes of a day, man, it can do a lot. And I've actually let that slide because I've just had a lot going on. So it's something that is on my part of my journey, and that will also be something that will be starting back up. But for the moment, I'm doing the face masks, which I made, which is so simple. It is honey and turmeric. So it won't hurt your skin. It's not going to hurt your face unless you have allergies to those. And then those are probably not a good idea. We can look into some other cheap, easy ways. Good morning, Jay and Lexi and Overlord. um, Thank you for even stopping through. Along this journey, I know it's a slow and steady going, but I'm here for the long haul. And from one habit to the next, if we can do anything, working on building our habits so that they're better habits, so we're not smoking and drinking and doing all of the things that are hurting us. There's enough time in the world, and there's enough of the world beating us down that they hurt us on their own. We don't need to do it to ourselves. So, good morning, Favor, and yes, ma'am. So yeah, I'm gonna take a few minutes. I paint my little mask on, and then for most of us, we would be sitting at home and we would be laying there dreaming we're in a spa and enjoying just that peaceful moments where we can quiet our mind. Emma, you're very kind. Thank you so much. That's sweet. Yeah, but we want to take those moments and do what we can and just really take our head out of the shitstorm that comes at us every single day. And yeah, so I'm gonna take my little $2 mask. And if I know my towel's in the way, but if you see my painting behind me here, obviously I did not create that painting. It was a paint by numbers, and I bought it I think for $4. But we have to be cheap, right? And especially when we're on a budget, we're going through some really tight times here, some pretty big struggles. And if you want to know about those, you can go on my TikTok, because the thing that I share here is the good, the bad, the ugly. And I've always promised that since day one. I have no shame in my game, and when I say that, it's because I've been shamed and boxed into a corner and humiliated my whole life to something that I should be ashamed of, when all I ever did was strive to live peacefully and happy and help others along the way. And people would take my kindness and make me feel ashamed for that, and I absolutely refuse to be ashamed for that, because that was my God-given strength, my ability to love unconditionally, and I'm very proud of that. Good morning, Local Blind, Fish Face, and Benji, McPuff. Some interesting names. I love that. But, so yeah, anyways, and then after this, when I take this off, then we do our affirmations and our gratitude check, and then I pull some cards that will help us. But before I put the mask on, I'll just show, like, I make some of the things, like the wands, and I showed my coasters already. I make, these kind of things. I make my teas. I make my lotion that I put on my face. I'm actually going to start making toothpaste. I have a couple recipes I'm going to start actually trying. And then I make these little ones for a purse. And these just help us with our alignment. And I don't care how spiritual or not spiritual you are. At the end of the day, something like this and some of the other things that I make are just things that, you put in your pocket or you put in your purse, and every time you see it or you touch it, it's you use it as a reminder to be grateful for. Take a moment, pause for the things that think of the things you're grateful for. Think of the things that you've done well. Think of the things that you're doing. Smile at somebody. 10 on the clock, which just speaks volumes. When I'm tapped in, spirit, always, you'll hear the dings, you'll hear the confirmations. The clock will be, I live and run by angel numbers. When they speak to me, they speak clearly and they don't mess around. For the most part, they allow me to speak what I believe, because they guide me to what I believe all through the day, always, in everything I do. Confirmation. Welcome, Heather. So these little things are just little things that we can do, little trinkets that we can create that take our mind out of the shit show and also allow us to explore our creative side and see what we have to offer. And that's such a wonderful thing. It just takes a little bit of time. And I know most people don't want to do things like this, but Spirit told me, hey, you got a thick skin, so you're going to go on there and you're going to do what these people need to see. So hang in there with me while I paint my face. And I should have warmed this up just a little bit, but that's okay. We're lacking today. It's not bad. If you warm it up a little bit, it'll go on a little smoother, but I forgot, and it is what it is. It still goes on good, and we just want to share as much as we can and take this moment to talk about the things that are going on in life. And now I have a lot of bad things and struggles going on right now, and they're not bad, so let me take that back. No matter what, at the end of the day, it's a challenge, and a challenge that God knows I'm going to overcome, and I overcome them because one, I trust in Him and where I'm led. I trust the universe and where it leads me, and what it leads me to speak on. And these places that I run into, I always find the places with narcissists in their power structure, which is kind of shitty for me in the beginning, but it's really not, because I'm the one that speaks up for those that can't, and in the end, I end up losing my job, or because I spoke up, right? And that's, we're not allowed to do that. That's bad news. Well, then why are we bragging all of these human rights and all of these things that we do for people if we're not allowed to speak up when things are not okay? Which, this whole stigma is just disgusts me that it's allowed to take place. But it does. And, just when we think that we're starting to get settled and comfortable and finding a home, these bullies come out of nowhere and say, no, we're going to step on your throat until there's nothing left in you. We're going to squeeze the crap out of you, and we're going to make you feel the pain until you stop. Except they met their match with me, and if fire sign doesn't describe me to a T, let me tell you. And my node is Scorpio. Well, it depends on where I am, because also it seems to be also Leo is my north node, which is kind of interesting all on its own. But in knowing that, I know that I'm always just striving to be better, find better ways to share my story, my love for people, how I can help people, but it's not just helping, it's about teaching them to do it for themselves. Because if I just help you, confirmation. If I just help you, or if we just got help, then what do? Then we revert back to, oh, well, I just need help, so they're just going to help me, and then I'm going to go do stupid shit again, or not do things the right way, or not find a better way. Now, listen, everything doesn't have to be perfect, but as you're learning and as you're growing, the biggest part that we have to do is learn the lessons, right? So, confirmation again. So if we're not learning the lessons and we're just saying, oh, help me, and everybody helps me, and then we are grateful for it, then we're just not going to do better. And my lesson on this one was, I'm going to get the help I need. First of all, my lesson is to have faith and trust in my story and my resourcefulness, in the people that know me, how much they care and understand exactly what I'm trying to do. Oh yes, is it the mask? Thank you, you're kind. Welcome. I'm going to try to keep remembering the names. Not Fat Ma. Well, nobody's fat. No, and if we have struggles, I'm overweight right now, and I don't care. I'm working on it. We can't let stress get us down. We can't let all that shit happen. Good morning, Douglas, and DIY. All these struggles that we run into, I'm sitting here right now on a 5-day eviction notice because narcissists in management company of my job decided that I wasn't a good fit because I asked why they thought it was okay to mistreat me. Am I mad at them? Do I wish harm on them? No. Am I going to allow them to take my peace away? No. Then the place where I got into living, the place is called Society of Hope, that takes subsidy money from the government and doesn't use any of it to actually help the people, apparently. So they take our security deposit, then start filing our notices, 10 days after they've already filing for all this stuff 10 days after, when technically you have 15 days before you're even late on rent, if we wanted to really go there. But that's not even the point. You're supposed to be helping families, and you receive a subsidy from the government and from everywhere, from donations, from I don't even know everywhere. So in these situations, you're supposed to be you should have emergency funds put away, or programs in place for when things happen of this nature, when people lose their jobs, when things happen and there's a struggle, where you can work with them, because I can't understand how your name can be a Society of Hope, and then they're literally henchmen. I've lived here 4 months, and because of the struggles that other places have created in my life, I've had 2 eviction notices, which is ridiculous. Even though I've done nothing but try to work and play their game with them. And that's when I realized I'm just back in another narcissist cycle, playing their game, and I don't want to play their game. So, I also don't want to be homeless before Christmas with my daughter, because I didn't do this fight for stability, just to be homeless again over Christmas. Now, the people in my life that want to see me come crawling back, and going back to all these negative ways, that's why they're bringing up traumas and doing the same things over and over, thinking that they can re-hurt me again with those traumas and make me go back to negative ways. Except they didn't know how much fight I have in me, and they didn't know how much God has been leading me this entire time. Good morning, Boxer Mo, and Vincent, and Josie, and Dave. Thank you for showing up and even just stopping in for a moment. I've kind of been speaking on my story a little bit, and why we're taking these moments to love ourselves and be creative. And see, I do these little things for a water bottle. I'll show these two. They're very simple, but they have all of the stones in them, gemstones. And it doesn't matter if you're spiritual or not spiritual. I put it in my water bottle, and every time I drink from my water bottle, I see them. And they allow me to take a moment and just be grateful. Because I don't care how shitty your life is, what's going on. If you're breathing every single day, you have something to be grateful for. And every single moment of every day, you have the ability to make a change. Confirmation. You have the ability to make a change. And it doesn't have to be your life completely 180 in a moment, but that one step to that one change. And if it's doing a face mask for 21 days and creating a habit that allows you to remind yourself how much you love yourself, then that's what we're going to do. Right? We're going to do whatever it takes, because if one person understands how simple we can do it on such a small amount of money and small amount of time to just get started. Yeah, I was a late bloomer. I didn't even know it was acceptable to do self-love. In fact, I was selfish, and I was garbage. I was a garbage human being because I wasn't putting everyone else first. The things that people said and did to me, man, getting out of that program, I had to completely unlearn that before I could even begin to attempt to love myself. Confirmation again. Good morning, Sophia and Thank you, Josie. I appreciate that. Deep fried salad. I love some of these names. I'm sorry if I giggle, but and Lion Zion, thank you for coming. So, and every time I rise above and I reach a new level, you know, I have new problems and new struggles that I have to face, and that's okay. And some of them are old struggles, like things that have happened before, where I just gave in or I beat myself up for months and months and months. And good morning, Lime. I refuse to allow that to happen anymore because I haven't done anything wrong. Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I've been angry. I've done all of the things. And by the way, it's not wrong to be angry either. Anger is a valid feeling, and we're very much allowed to share it, to feel it, and to speak it, and speak our truth no matter what. As long as we're not wishing harm on anybody, we're not going out of our way to create problems in their lives. We have every right to speak our truth, and if what we're speaking creates problem in somebody else's life, it's because what they were doing to us was not proper. You don't have to name names because we already know people. The people who know, and the people that get involved and take that time to do negative things to people, they will find out because at the end of the day, they've been warned and warned and warned. Spirit and God and their angel team, their ancestors. There's warnings and there's synchronicities, and I get enough synchronicities in a day that tell me, that literally guide me, and I lead confirmation. I go by faith, right? I know at the end of the day, I've done a million things to help others, and I strive to help others. And even if I end up being kicked out of this place in 5 days with my daughter, that's what's going to happen, and I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find somewhere else to go, and we will figure it out, and we won't be down and out for long, because I'll tell you, God's not going to let me fail, because this has now become something that is much bigger to me. It's become a bigger passion. Not allowing these narcissists to mess with your life, fighting back, bringing attention to it, understanding all of the damage that they can create in your life, and some of them may not even know. Good morning, Olga and Flowers. Some of them don't even know because they're so focused on self that, yeah. See, confirmation. They're so focused on self that they can't understand the actual trauma and problems they're causing for people that only tried to help them, and that's really sad. And I tried to take on those fights, and eventually I hope that something along the way maybe gets into their brain and they understand what I was actually doing. Wasn't trying to fight or come against them. I'm trying to, with love, make them understand that maybe they need to change their perspective in just a little bit, right? And that's how we have to start anywhere, doing anything. Hi, Muhammad, and Delusive Cult. Ooh. Yeah, so anyways, I'm on here doing the things that can help us just take a little moment off the shit show of our lives and be grateful for what we have. And I'm sharing it, and I share my story because in 5 days I could be homeless, and I'm not going to be, because I know me, and I know my resourcefulness. I know I have the fight that I have, the strength, the two gifts I've been given 3 gifts, truly. Discernment, thank you, Spirit. Discernment, the never-ending well of unconditional love. I've just now learned to use that well and fill my well up for myself first. And that was part of my journey. I had to learn that. And then also, I have a never-ending well of strength. So there's not a person on this planet, short of putting a bullet in my head, there's not a person on this planet that can scare me or keep me down. You might kick me down for a little moment, but it won't be for long. And that's just because these gifts that God gave me were so I could come here and help that one person, and that one person helps another one person, and that one person, maybe I help 10 people, maybe eventually I help 1,000 people. I don't care. The goal is one, because if I can help one person understand and one person make a difference, that one person can help 100 people. And even if nobody ever comes back and tells me you've helped me, I'm helping myself. I'm being accountable. I'm speaking my truth, and good, bad, and ugly. I promised it, and that's what you'll get. I'm speaking my truth, and I am fighting for those who, I'm speaking to some of the other people here, and these are small families, okay? They're not making huge money, but they're just trying to live happy lives. Living paycheck to paycheck. Now, in this situation, how is this company, this organization that's supposed to be helping people in times of need, when something really happens? I don't expect anybody to pay my bills. I will always pay my bills. I will always figure it out. And if I need help, yes, I will ask for help. I always need help at this point because I've had a lot of attacks, but the help that I need isn't just always financially. I need support. I need help on, how to fight these things, but how to bring attention to these organizations that are taking government money that's supposed to be helping people, but everybody's homeless because instead of taking these subsidy chunks of funds and using them to put back into the community or using them to help in situations of emergency, they are taking them and, who knows, send them to the Cayman Islands for all we know. I don't know. I shouldn't have said that because I don't know what they're doing with that, and that's not true. That was me being dramatic. But at the end of the day, the truth really is, they're getting these government funds, and in situations, I lost my job, not of my own anything I did. I have receipts to prove it all. I wouldn't speak it if, especially things that happened in my life, if I didn't have the receipts to back it up. So, good morning, Hannah and Jack Granger and Bull Call. I apologize if I don't speak your name right. So, anyways, that's part of my story. I'm going to go up and wash this off here in a minute, and then we'll put some lotion on, and then I'll show you some of the other things that I've kind of been creating. Right now, it's just about learning our strengths and exploring our strengths, really, because we sometimes don't allow ourselves the opportunity to let all of the crazy shit go that happens we let all the things that we don't have control over control us. And when we do that, we give our own personal power away. And in giving our power away, how are we allowing ourselves the ability to be an autonomous person? At some point, I will be rebuilding my businesses. I lost all my stuff in a U-Haul fire, which is a whole lot of... you need a strong hug? We all need a strong hug, honey. Trust me, I feel that. So I take this moment, I just want it to warm up, because I'm a wuss and I don't like cold water on my face. I'll tell you, do it for a second, but not while I'm wiping this stuff off. Again, this is just honey and turmeric. And yes, I'm on here doing it, but a lot of people, if they were at home doing it, it's not going to hurt you. You can use it daily. And for that 10 or 15 minutes where you're sitting with this on your face, you can be quiet and close your eyes and imagine you're at the spa, or, just journal, or just close your eyes and dream of being on a beach somewhere, I'm always sending hugs. I'm always sending love to everybody. That is truly the person that I am. I wish the best for everybody in all situations. Even the people that have done a lot of damage to me. The reason I do, because I understand hurt people, and I understand that we're all at a different space and time in our journey, and I didn't even understand that I was allowed to create boundaries, or I was allowed to tell people no without feeling guilt or shame until I was almost 40. So when I tell you understanding these things, the reason I'm sharing these things like I am is because I came from an entire family, at least my immediate family, of narcissists. I've had to break a lot of generational curses, and I'm doing that because my daughter, I had to watch how some of these people and the things that they said and did to her, I could see the damage and I could see the hurt starting to happen with her, and I didn't, that's when I started learning, like, I have to fight for her, and if I don't think something's okay, how can we change that? We can't change that until we stand up and we say, no, it's not okay, and that's by any means necessary, especially when it comes to our children. We may have learned to do things or accept things in a certain way, but I'm not saying it's okay, but we are the ones who have to create the change, right? And anyone that's a parent knows that the things that we do, we try our best to give our children lives better than what we had. And that's, we can't do that if we don't understand what better is. And it took me a very long time. So I talked about a lot of things instead of doing this. So I'm going to stay here for another minute. And I just really want you to, this is our time, okay? I am love. I am strength. I am beautiful. I am happy. I am grateful. Health and wealth flow through me with ease. They come to me. Any money I spend out, I give out with joy. My time, I give with joy. It all comes back to me with ease and multiplied. I reach out to people with love always. I respect myself and everyone who I ever encounter. I am strong. I'm autonomous. I'm respectful. I stand up for myself and for those who can't stand up for themselves at any given time. I have the clarity, I thank you for the clarity to allow me to see these things when they're not happening properly, the injustices, and I'm so grateful that you allow me the voice and the ability to articulate sometimes these situations, because sometimes they are hard to articulate and understand, but you give me the patience and the resilience to come back or to explain better if we're not. You also give me the never-ending want for knowledge, and that is so important. Asking questions and learning with respect to everyone and every place. We're going to have a wonderful day. Anything that's wonderful and great is going to come to me with ease. Abundance will come to me. I trust in you wherever you may lead me. And I hope to speak very, very clearly and lovingly for those that are in need just as well as myself. Okay, and back down we go. I don't know what that was. I hope that wasn't my keys falling. Yeah, it was. Oh, that would have been bad, I think. Hold on, I just have to check, because I think my keys fell. What was that? Oh, it's not fell. Okay. We're going to take one more walk before I put my lotion on. So, part of the thing that we've had to do is losing my job, it's been a month. I got $132 from unemployment all month. So obviously I can't pay my bills. It will come. I'm not worried. But my daughter doesn't know that, and my daughter doesn't need to live in fear. It's not her problem. She's a child. So instead of allowing these things to be detrimental or create bad memories, I choose to make good memories. So we have made our tree. It's not done yet, but each few days we make some decorations and we make some garland, and we're gonna take whatever things that should be maybe going in the garbage or going in the recycle, and we're going to use them a little bit first, and we're going to turn anything that could be negative into a positive, because like hell am I going to let somebody tell me that I have to live in some shitty place where I have to be sad and hate myself for just trying to live the best life possible. And every day it's going to get better, and I know that. So I'm not going to focus on the shit. I'm going to do my legwork, what I have to do. And I'm going to show them the amount of resourcefulness that I have, and it's going to blow their friggin' minds. And I'm okay with that, because they need to learn that you can only bully people for so long, because when they stand up, things are going to happen their way. Especially when they're doing it the right way. They're doing the right things. And I refuse to allow anybody to intimidate me. So that's why Spirit has me here. So as people show up and, come get a small message or a big message or whatever they needed to hear in this moment, I'm doing what I'm told. And as long as I'm obedient, I'm being obedient because I'm trying to help people, and God and Spirit knows that. So, hi, Alan. How are you? And Chandra? And Firmbiz and Jax, welcome. If I miss your name, I'm sorry, and I appreciate anybody for even stopping by, for sharing the live, for doing anything that helps me get out there and let my people find me. So, also for anybody that maybe needs a little boost of strength, a little boost of love while they're dealing with their own struggles, because let's be honest, my struggles, I'm not the only person in the world, and there's somebody out there there's many people out there that have it worse than me, which was something that was, stuck in my brain for so long, which also kept me from fighting for myself or complaining or any of those things, because I was like, who am I to complain? Somebody has it worse. And what I didn't realize is that when I speak up and I do the things that I'm doing, and I'm doing it properly, I'm not only speaking for me, I'm speaking for those people also. So and at some point, when things start working out for me, I am probably the biggest giver you've ever met in your life. And does that mean that I'm going to just give all my money away again? No, I'm not allowed to do that. Am I going to help people? Am I going to show them ways for resources? Am I going to be one of those resources? You're damn right I'm going to be. I'm going to be that voice for people. I have no problem going and saying, you're not being fair to these people, you're not treating them right, and you need to rethink it. And I will stand. I should have been a lawyer, probably. But, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing my whole life. I truly did not know. I was always doing it. Maybe not in the best way, because I had toxic traits and all kinds of other things that I didn't know were good, bad, or ugly, because when they're programmed into you, you just think they are. They are what they are, and that's all you're ever going to know or all you're ever going to be. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. And it takes a few moments for us to really focus and understand what we're grateful for. And once we start doing that, it becomes, I want to say, an addiction almost. And it's a bad word to really say, but it's true. If you're going to be addicted to something, being addicted to gratitude and loving yourself and being thankful to God and the universe and being kind to others, like if there's anything to be addicted to, I think that would definitely be right up on the top there. So I refuse to be ashamed of that, and that's why I also believe at the end of the day, when my abundance comes, not if, when, because it will come, because God has made it very clear to me that I was here for a purpose. And if you knew the things that I have survived my whole life, not these little things right now, and these really are trivial compared to the things I've survived. Dang, yeah. Spirit saying, you want to know, you can go back through my videos and all the way back to 2 years. And that's not even all of it. Like, when I tell you I gloss over shit to be just trying to get the facts out, because I refuse to do some pity me shit, because we're not here on a pity me. And even when I speak my story, if you notice, I really try not to get emotional, because I have been learning emotional intelligence. I've always been pretty emotionally intelligent. The problem is I was always stuck in fight or flight or survival mode. And for anybody that's ever been there, you know that when you're in survival mode, your ability to relate, to speak, to really clearly let people know where you're at or what's going on or defend yourself properly, that ability pretty much goes out the window. Then you just look crazy and upset, and then people can say, oh, she's just broken from the pain, or she's just in trauma, or she's, you know, look at the way she's talking. She's so agitated in this. She must be lying. Like, it's so easy to just disregard people because they're just so desperate to be heard. And when you get into that situation, and when people do that to people, it's so hard to come out of that. And I've spent these last 2 years really trying to come out of that. And I'd like to say I think that I'm done quite well. And, you know, it's a journey. But the one thing is, you know, the part of me, we're not supposed to go into our future, the fighting or flighting, right? That mode. We're not supposed to do that. Take it with us, because we're supposed to live happy, peaceful lives, right? The thing is, Spirit's not. My fight or flight is now going to become fight. And no, I'm not pushing things away. I'm not doing any of those things. And in my personal life, it's no more fight or flight. If people don't want to belong, and if people don't want it to become a part of my life and be a loving, caring, supportive part of my life, and no, it doesn't have to be financially. Financially is nothing. Money comes, money goes. I'm talking about people that want to cheer my wins, celebrate my wins, help me get up when I lose. Those people, if it's not that, I'm just not happy, right? And right now, after 21 days, we do the. Oh, I answered it. I'm sorry. I can't stay on here very long, and I don't want to be rude, but I'm trying to stay focused on this. So, give it another 10 days, and then we can do this. Is that okay? Thank you. I don't know how to hang you up, though. Oh, my lord. How do you do this? You might have to do this. I'll follow you, though. Then we can. Thank you. Oh, good. That was wonderful. Because I don't know how to hang these up. I'm not trying to do. Right now, And it's only because I'm trying to stay focused on the task at hand. Spirit wants me to stay focused, and it's very easy to get sidetracked. Ooh, shiny things, and it's also trying to show me that whether it's one follower or 20,000 followers, um, I'm here doing this for my love and something that I believe wholeheartedly. I'm doing this to help those people that do show up. And eventually, the people will show up that desperately needed it. So, I'm not worried about that at all. I am actually going to be happy, and I'm going to be here every day until they find out how to find me. And when they can find me, you know, we can really start helping each other, helping the world, helping people stand up for themselves in times of need. And when they're not sure how, we can also give them that boost that is going to allow them the strength to stand up for themselves 100%, right? Sometimes you need help in the immediate moment. And so I help you in this moment. Then the next time you know how to help someone else. But I'm not just going to help you without helping you find the resources and stuff too. Hi Bella, and welcome back, Wolfman. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my hair out of my face now. So this little moment, we just took some time, really, a little face mask and the face lotion, which also I made. We took this time to do this for ourselves, to just let ourselves know and remind our brain and our subconscious how much we are loved and what we deserve to be treated like. So we're retraining our brain that so that we're not allowing these people to walk in with shitty behaviors towards us or some breadcrumbs and allowing us to accept it anymore. And part of doing that is starting with just one little step. And I don't care if it's a face mask and lotion or making some coasters or making your own Christmas tree. I don't care. Whatever it is, these bouts of creativity and these moments that we give to ourselves and explore about ourselves so we can find that thing within us that we have. Because I don't care who you are on this planet, every single person on this planet has strengths and some gem, some talent, some something wonderful they can share with the world. And that was our gift, okay? And we were all created with one or many or however many we decide to enhance, right? And we let people take that away from us or keep us from learning that because we're stuck in fight or flight mode or survival mode. And I get the problem with me is a lot of people don't want to help me because apparently I look like I've got it all under control. And part of that is, as vulnerable as I am, I say, I speak my truth, whether I like it or not, the good, the bad, the ugly. But because I have the strength to speak my truth, and I refuse to cry my eyes out every day. And don't get me wrong, I have my moments where I have to release, and I cry and I say, I don't even know what that is. I can't sing. I don't sing at all. My singing, you hear my voice. I'm probably not the best for singing, but I do love mangoes, though, to be fair. So yeah, like I make my lotion, I make my face mask, I make my teas. I've been making my own bread and like things that I can buy ingredients cheap and easy. We're making pumpkin pie tonight, homemade. Making the dough. So it's just ways that we can be creative, making our Christmas tree. These experiences, no matter what, at the end of the day, they can't take from us. And I could sit here for the entire 5 days being worried and doing nothing, just sit in fear and just waiting for it to happen, or I can take the steps and do the things. Now I've already put in the dispute for that, so like I'm doing the legwork through the courts. They wanted to waste the court's time with this kind of stuff instead of even trying to work with me when I've done more than everything trying to say, let's work together, let's create a plan. Like, nobody was expecting this shit. So I wasn't prepared, and I hadn't even been able to be stable long enough to get prepared. But, you know, when you reach out and you try to work with them properly, and they are not willing to even try to explore that, they just want to go right to the henchmen to fear, then I don't believe they should be able to be called an organization or a place that's helping people, because they're not. Good morning, James, and good morning, JC. So, yeah, these places are places that actually break my heart, and I deal with a lot. I've had to deal with a lot of these places, and there's some wonderful places, and there's some absolutely places that have helped me in very big times of struggles, you know, and every single time that I have given somebody this place to help them, you know, promoted this place because they are such kind people. They have always helped them. If they haven't been able to help them with their specific situation, they didn't just stop at that. They made the calls. They pointed them in the direction of the place that could help them, and then referred them, and they did the legwork for them to get them set up and started there. And those are what I believe should be an organization. Those are what I believe should be something that are funded by the government and community and donations, and those I will donate to till the day I die, because no matter whatever beliefs, they don't ask what my religion is. They don't ask that when I needed help. They looked at me as a human being, and they said, oh, the bullies are back. Welcome. I missed you too. Yeah, so they just, you know, they helped me because I'm me, and I needed assistance. Just like they would help you because you're you and needed assistance. Not, they don't make the decision based on your religion, based on anything. They help you because you need help. And these places that I've been dealing with where I'm living do not do that. You know, a place called the Society of Hope that literally has henchmen trying to terrify you in fear so you can, go rob a bank so you can pay your rent? Like, what, right? Like, what are they, thank you, Spirit, like, these people, instead of working together or trying to create a plan so something can happen, they go even before your allotted time, and start filing all these things, which is quite unfair. They waste the court's time, which, by the way, taxpayers pay for that, right? So, yeah, so they're not only taking in the aspect of charitable donations and money from the government through subsidy, they're also, you know, taking our money and wasting it. They're using the court system as a way to bully people into I don't know what some form of submission, which is ridiculous. When they could be working with them to create a plan. Like, there's a big difference from somebody who's not trying, who doesn't give a shit, who's just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not paying you. There's a big difference from that to somebody who's been doing the work and showing up and busting their ass trying to make things happen, while people are actively going against them. Good morning, Maya and Juliana, and welcome back, Wolfman. The reason I'm speaking on this now is because kind of what I've been going through has really sparked my anger. and my want to fight back. Do I wish hell on these people? No. But do I think there needs to be change? Yes. And do I think that there needs to be those conversations? And if those conversations aren't started, how are they going to be had? So, and the court system needs to stop allowing these big places to bully these people that don't have the ability to fight back or the knowledge or the strength, right? Like, if I didn't know any better, I'd be out on the streets in 5 days. I'm not going to be, because I'm going to fight it every way, shape, and form, and I'm going to make them fight me in court, and because I at least want on record the things that they've been doing, and maybe the judge has to look at that and say, yeah, maybe we're not treating them properly, and I don't know how you're getting government funds if you're not doing anything to help these families, because you're not helping them. You're charging them 3 times the amount of rent, and then taking a chunk of the government money, and then still charging them market rent. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, not my problem. It's not something to really fight about, but right now, I'm fighting for the people that don't really know where to go, what to do, how to find resources. So I'm doing all that legwork also. And yes, that is self-care. But it doesn't mean you allow it to beat you down. You do what you can, and then you got to give it to God. And then you have to thank yourself and thank God that you get to show up every day. So these little moments, that's what we're doing, right? I'm going to post some cards and stuff too, because I like to always have some positivity to move forward. And I also like, thank you, Spirit. And I also like when Spirit can give me and everyone involved some grounded actions to take that will help us in our journey, and help us with our perspective sometimes, whatever is needed in this situation. I'm going to end up with mascara in my hair if I'm not careful. I don't usually put on mascara, but I have a feeling I'm going to have a couple of meetings today. There's a ding, so thanks for the confirmation, Spirit. I feel like this is going to be a struggle, but it is what it is. Due to unforeseen circumstances, people messing with my life, who I tried to cut out of my life. I lost my vehicle, I lost my job, I lost my source of income. Yeah, so we have to be resourceful, and we have to find a way, and we have to budget and create ways to make things work. And if I gotta tighten the belt straps and find a way to get shit to work, and really rely on my abilities, on my knowledge and my resourcefulness, then I'm gonna do that. And in doing that, I'm gonna help others. So at the end of the day, that is possible, and not to just give up because some big bully wants to fucking try to intimidate you and knock you down. Because it doesn't matter how big the bully are. Just because they're loud doesn't mean they're always the smartest one in the room. And if you're not the smartest one in the room, then you start asking. So you find someone smarter so you can learn. And people love to teach. People that genuinely give the respect and want to learn. So, and I truly believe that. So as long as you're showing the respect and giving them the due respect and listening, they're more than willing to teach, so, and help. So I think, for the most part, most people are. Like my daughter's school, they've been great. They've been helping me actually help getting her some assessments, so I can meet her where she's at, so it can help us connect in these things. And welcome back, Lucky. And in doing that, we're slowly creating a community here, and it's going to be sad that I have to leave. But they're really fighting too, because they don't want me to leave. They don't want us to leave. They love Grace. We all love Grace. She's just a ball of love. And facts. And so they're helping me also with resources. And we maybe only have a couple resources I know, and a couple they know, and a couple somebody else knows. It doesn't matter. That if we all pull together our resources, that's when we become unstoppable, because it's not just one, it's not just two. I have all of these people that are willing to support me. Thank you, Spirit. We get so closed off and beat down in our situation, and they allow us to be ashamed and fearful and all of these things. Well, I didn't do anything wrong, and I know a lot of people that at 11:01 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. I didn't do anything wrong, and there's so many other people that don't do don't do anything wrong. They're just trying to confirmation. They're just trying to live in peace, or they're trying to find their peace, and they're trying to just do well, and they have stories that need to be told, and they get kicked so many times when they're down, they just give up, or they don't know where to go. I'm not that person. I'm not going to give up. I would go until I was on empty, because I didn't know how to refill my cup. I really truly didn't know how to refill my cup, because I didn't know that was okay. And in learning that was okay, I really got to know myself, and I really got to understand I'm my fighter. I'm my one that's going to show up for me. But I'm not fighting like I'm fighting a war anymore. It's not a war. It's never a war when you've already won. And when you've already won, when I say that, is because speaking my truth is still my truth, and it doesn't matter. There's not a company, a person, anything on this planet that can take that from me. What happened to me, if it's hurting somebody, that what happened to me, or if it offends them, why? Because they have to take accountability for what they've done. I have to take accountability for my good, bad, and ugly, so why would it be okay that somebody else doesn't? Welcome back to Lucky, and hi, Derek. Okay. What do we got? 4 right off the bat. So, you want me to do all those ones, or do you want me to just take the top one? One more. I'll give you just a moment to clarify. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so these ones are just self-care, so they're inspirational affirmations, things we can do to love ourselves, and that is the goal. Good morning, Aaliyah. So when you recover or discover something that nourishes your soul and brings joy, care enough about yourself to make room for it in your life. Jean Shinoda Bolen is who the quote's by. And if that isn't what I'm speaking about today, clarification, I don't know what is. Take time out today and treat yourself to an energetic pick-me-up. Since I've pretty much been drinking, not drinking coffee as much, today I'm going to have a coffee with an espresso shot, and that's going to be like my treat to myself, because every once in a while, I love the taste, and but I don't think it's good for us to have every day, and I've literally cut down all of my intakes to moderation. Everything has to be in moderation, period. That's what I believe. There are days I drop words of comfort on myself, like falling leaves, and remember that it is enough to be taken care of myself. Brian Andreas. Schedule 15 minutes in your day for a favorite hobby or activity with no objective other than to bring yourself pleasure. And when I was talking about my coasters and my little wands that I make and my painting that I did, those were the things I was talking about. Taking that time out for yourself and not worrying about the end result, and just exploring the things that we could do to bring joy to our lives. So basically, Spirit's just confirming. I also make these. Maybe I'll wear these today. I'll put these on now. I make my little earrings and stuff. They're so simple, and you can put them on. I'm feeling it today, I guess. All the jewelry and stuff I just make because I love to do it, and I like to be creative. And, are they all fancy things? No, I don't have the kind of funds for that, but these are ones that I like, and as it's costume jewelry, right? So we're doing these things. I like to make bracelets. I haven't done them all just yet, but these are just the basic things, and I fill them in. I just do it for myself. I make my necklaces, and yeah, I just whatever I can do to be creative for myself. I showed my tree already. I'll probably show it just about every day for these 21 days, just because I'm proud of it, and it doesn't matter what people think of it. My daughter and I, is an experience for us, and it's something that doesn't allow her to feel the fear of what's going on, and allow her to take on some emotion that she has no. It's not her problem. She's a child. She should not have to worry or deal with any of this, and it's really sad that. As a parent, I can only block her from so much. So, has she seen me cry? Yeah. Has she seen me worry? Yes. And it breaks my heart, the fact that she's even had to do that. But I'll tell you, at the end of the day, she knows she's loved 100%, and she knows no matter what, Mom is going to figure it out. And she also knows that we give it to God, and when we're feeling these emotions, her and I will sit with it, and we will take those moments to talk about it. But I let her know that we do what we can, but then we have to give it to God. And in doing that, at the end of the day, I'm teaching her how to express and deal with her emotions in as healthy a way as possible, which is another goal in my life. I have a lot of big goals. I just have to get there. Big dreams, big goals, and they all are surrounded in helping other people. But to do that, I have to help myself first. Yes, I know, Spirit. And that's where we're struggling, is finding those people to help, finding the resources, and then figuring out how to be that resource. So I may not have much now, but I have my time, and I will graciously give my time every time I can to hopefully it helps one person. Truly, I hope it does. Thank you, Spirit. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self. The quotes by May Sargent. Today, be the friend to yourself that your heart most desires in another. Treat yourself how, you would treat other people that you want to love. Santa and I will be safe and grow in my company. Santa, will I be safe and grow in my company? I don't know. I don't know what your company is. If you stick around till the end, I will pull cards for that question if you like. Did you just start your company? And what kind of company is it? I like to know these things, because if they're good things, I may not have a lot, but I have no problem helping promote other people, especially if they're doing wonderful things and helping others. That's something that's a big thing for me. So, because these 21 days I've been trying to focus on self-care. If you wait until I'm done pulling a few of these cards, then I will, I'll pull a few cards, and I have no problem asking for sure. I have been more than a year. Oh, honey, I hear you. The difficulties are no joke. And what is your company, though? Like, what do you do for your company? Every morning, look in the mirror and affirm positive words into your life. Layla Gifty Akita. As you move through your day, take a moment to look into a mirror. While looking into your own eyes, recite these words, aloud or silently. I love myself unconditionally, and I am always enough. I work in finance. Oh, that's a job. bold. It's such a broad statement, so I don't know. I don't know how to help you. It's very, very basic, and so the best thing that I can tell you is if what you're doing is helping others, if what you're doing is creating ways to help others be empowered, is what I should really say, because it's not just always about just giving to others. It's about helping them find the empowerment. Sometimes you may need to help financially in emergency situations, but you're not just going to get away with just my help, right? You want that help, but you want to also teach them how to be resourceful and empower them to do things for themselves, creating a budget, things of that nature. It can't always just be just here's money, right? Because that doesn't help anybody. That's just like I could give you a fish or I could teach you to fish, right? So, and I'm still learning on all of the things. So when I say that, I say it from no point of judgment. I'm just saying that um, basically in your business, if what you're doing is helping others and if you're doing things with your best intention, it will find a way. 11:11 on the clock. New beginnings. I don't need cards for that. I can just tell you that because Spirit is not playing around. God is done with the bullshit. Pardon my language, but it's the truth. God's sick and tired of watching the people like me struggle, the people like me dying, literally, like fighting day in and day out just to try to live peaceful lives, to try to help other people, to try to be kind. When you hear these dings, that's Spirit, by the way, confirmation, 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 and it will always show up right when I'm saying what needs to be said. So, when I tell you I'm heart-led by angel numbers and by synchronicities, that's how I've been living my life these last 2 years. Did I listen to them all? No. Did I fight them along the way? Yes, because it's not that I thought I knew better, but it's like I was trying to help these people that weren't trying to help me, and they're actually behind the scenes taking me out, like literally. I can't. Whatever. It's not a pity me. It's they weren't doing the right things, and that's the bottom line. I don't know. Is that a tongue? Okay. Well, I don't know how to say welcome with that, but welcome. So the things that I can control, and welcome back, Jason. The things I can control is how I feel about myself, how empowering I am. For myself and hopefully for other people. My resilience, God has given me an unending wealth of love. I have the ability to love unconditionally, even those who have hurt me. I don't do return to sender. I don't do that. And it's no judgment to anybody that does. I'm just saying I don't want to I'm not about keeping cycles going. I don't want to do that because I don't think that helps the situation. And I think anytime we can bring love into a situation, we have the ability to change a situation. And doesn't mean we're not allowed to get angry, and it doesn't mean we're not allowed to voice that anger, and it doesn't mean that we're not allowed to use that anger to drive us into finding better things. Welcome, Kenzie, an Indiana gal. Oh, sorry, and if I butcher your name respectfully, I apologize. It's in no way meant out of any form of disrespect. And if you show me how to say it, I will definitely do the work. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. But it's okay to speak our anger, especially when we're speaking our truth. And my truth is that no matter who goes against me and no matter who tries to ruin my life or bully me or put me in a situation where I have nothing and think I'm gonna worry about it, I'm going to do the legwork, and I'm going to do the things that I have to find the resources. I'm going to do that. But then not only am I going to do that, I'm going to share that with people so that people along the way have somewhere to start. They have a starting point. But not only am I going to do that, I'm going to do that with love. And I'm going to do that to start with loving myself. And I'm going to find ways to let myself know that I deserve all of the wonderful things to come my way. And I'm going to fight for all of them. I do give them to God every single day. And that's why I'm here. But we can't give them just to God without doing some of the work too, right? So if there's things that we can control, we need to do that work, right? Or at least put the effort in. I mean, we're not perfect, right? So not everybody knows, but we need to put in that work, and we need to make that effort, and we need to show God at the end of the day that we're grateful and that we have learned the lessons that He's been teaching us. He didn't just do this to strengthen us so we could fall apart when somebody tried to. All these dings are confirmation, and I just love it so much. We didn't do it to fall apart. Plain and simple. We learned these lessons. So, like, this happened already before. Am I going to let it beat me down? Am I going to let it terrify me? No, I'm going to find the resources. I'm going to speak the truth. And in these, when they become a bully and think they're going to hurt me or anybody else, it's not going to happen, because I'm going to speak it. And I'm going to speak it into existence. And I'm going to shine light into those dark corners and not allow these people, places, things to keep holding people back or grabbing somebody and thinking they're going to play with them like a puppet, because we're not somebody's puppet. We're our own perfect selves, and we are enough as we are, no matter what. We're always learning, we're always evolving, and at whatever pace it may be, it's not for us to judge anybody on that pace. I thank you so much. I do got this. I'm right in the fighting of Society of Hope. I'm going to be fighting them, and I'm going to make sure at the end of the day, if I'm out of here, not only am I going to be fighting them, I'm going to have my voice in court, and I'm going to make sure that they're made very aware that this place is not an organization to help people. It is an organization of henchmen, built out of fear, and that's not okay. And at the very least, even if I end up out of here, I hope that it creates the space where they are forced to take some of the subsidy and all of the donations and all the things that they've been collecting as an organization and force it into emergency funds for emergency circumstances, so that they can work with families when emergencies happen. That's the whole point of these things. I don't let things stop me. I appreciate that. I cry. I sometimes have to have my moment of pity me. We all have to have that moment and just be like, why me? Whatever. And this, we're programmed to that, right? So we have to take that, and see, dang, like spirit saying, yeah, we're all programmed to that lack mindset and to that victim mentality. That's also why when I explain kind of my situation and some of the things that I've been dealing with, that's okay. I thank you for visiting, and you know where I live, eh? You know you can come visit anytime. Just so you know, I know you're not babysitting anymore, but I really love you, and you're more than welcome to come visit. So I just need you to know that. So yeah, all I'm trying to say is that, at the end of the day, we speak our truth and we speak it with love. I'm not coming at this company with hatred. I'm not. I'm just trying to shine a light where they could make changes that could be helpful, and they don't want to have those conversations right now. Well, that's their choice, but if they're going to force bullies and things like that and create fear in people instead of trying to work with them when they're doing the right things, then they need to really look deep in themselves and understand why this is happening, and they're abusing the court system, and they're using it to abuse other people, and I'm not okay with that. And it brings the fight out in me. And right now I'm doing it for myself and my daughter, but don't think I wouldn't go to war for anybody in these situations. And the more I learn, and the more things that I've had to learn, the more abuse that I've had to overcome from companies, narcissists in big places. The abuse is real. It's no joke. And but I've overcome it every single time, 100% of the time. So, yes. Thank you, Spirit. Ding. 100% of the time I've overcome it. And guess what? This time isn't going to be any different. So, at the end of the day, if nothing else, I'm hoping that I create some form of change for those that come after me. And that's the best I can do. But to start any of that, we have to come back to ourselves. We have to take a little bit of moment for self-care and reflection and celebrating our own selves, because we show up every single day no matter what. And this one says, self-care is so much more than a beauty regimen or an external thing to do. It has to start within your heart, to know what you need to navigate your life. A pedicure doesn't last, but meditating every day does. And that's going to be one of the other ones that we kind of focus on, looking into some things. I'm not sure how I'm going to portray that on here, but we're going to figure it out, and we're going to make it work, and we're building better habits, and I don't care which ones they are. Right now, it's learning ways that we can create better habits, learning different ideas, pardon me, confirmation, learning better ideas, also just how to show up, because right now, by me coming here, I'm making myself accountable. Well, Spirit made me accountable, but I'm showing up every single day, and I'm doing exactly what I said I would do, which I was good at doing for everybody else. If I say my word is good. But I didn't do that for myself so much, and that's kind of really messed up, because I was programmed that way. Don't get it twisted. Like, there was a reason. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. 11:22 on the clock. I was programmed that way, 100%, and so it was very easy for me to throw myself away with the trash, just like everyone else had my whole life. As long as I was doing what everyone else wanted, and then when I couldn't, had nothing left to do what anyone else wanted, nobody gave a shit, and they would just kick me while I was down. Confirmation, because it's the truth, and it's very sad. But then I learned something, and I learned that the only one that ever actually showed up for everyone else and me was me. But I can't continue to show up for people if I'm not showing up for myself. And that was the biggest lesson I had to learn this year. And I have learned that, and I'm sharing that. And I will be here every day for the 21 days to continue to share that. And, yeah, Spirit is making sure I know that they have my back, and doing this is good for you, and it's good for me too, and that's what matters. Thank you, Spirit. Self-care is so much more than beauty regimen. Oh yeah, I already read that, sorry. Meditate on what your heart needs in order to grow and be happy and at peace. How can you implement those needs into your daily life? And now this one was perfect actually, and this one was meant specifically for me. So I'm going to leave that out because that's going to be part of my journaling today. Sometimes, when I get those dings and all that, that is Spirit saying, yeah, you're on point, and yep, you need to focus here, and yep, that's just them confirming that, my message that needed to come out is getting out, and that the person that needed to hear it also heard it, and that's a big thing. And And sometimes the person that needed to hear it is me also. So don't think for 1 second that me doing this is me thinking that I'm better or in any way, shape, or form above, because I'm doing this as I'm learning as much as I'm doing here, just like everybody else. So as I share, thank you, Spirit. As I share, not only am I growing, and you can go back and look at my videos, you can go back and from the beginning till now and see for yourself, if you don't believe me, because I believe me and Spirit believes me, and the growth that I have come through in the last 2 years is actually pretty astounding. Thank you, Spirit. It's been leaps and bounds, and it took a lot, and I'm a late bloomer, but I still got lots of time left in me, and let me tell you, when I just put my mind to something, oh boy, everybody else is in trouble, because I will show up with a vengeance. I am going to do what it takes to do better for me, and for all those that just don't know. Thank you. And we'll teach, and I don't care if it starts with a small thing. I don't care where it starts. We're going to start here, and then I'm going to learn where I can meet people where they're at, because sometimes people don't know how to get to here. But once I learn where you're at, I can meet you where you're at. Oh, Lord. We're going to lift you up. You have to want it, but when you want it, I promise I can help. God, that's what God's put me here for. This is part of my purpose. It's a small part of my purpose, but it is a part of my purpose. And I feel very clear and very strong and very understanding in knowing that. So I'm okay with that. This is the stepping stone to my real purpose. But our purpose grows as we learn, and we get the ability, right, as they come to us. We use them, and that's what I will be doing for the rest of my life. So I have loved the stars to be fearful of the night. Sarah Williams. Send compassionate energy toward a person who has hurt you in the past. Your wounds are your greatest points of growth. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. I love when Spirit just confirms every single thing that I'm saying. Thank you. And it just makes me laugh. I'm sorry, I get a little excited and giggly every single time they find just the right moment to say, you're doing the right thing, you're doing good, and I'm so proud of you. Whether they're backing me up, they allow me to speak how I speak and say what I want to say, because for the most part, I'm pretty accurate. If I need to dive deeper or be a little more clear in something, they confirm it, or they back it up, or they double stamp it, period. Like, they're saying it, here it is, you're right, now read this, and so they understand, and that makes me so happy. So what happens when this domestic life grows suspect? Banu Kapil, and hopefully I said that right. What have you grown tired of in your life? Where do you feel bored? What if these sensations were opportunities to reimagine the roles you are playing? Right, so the thing that's going on here, the things that's going on with the place where I'm renting, the things that went on with my job, these are all things that I'm kind of bored of. I'm kind of not happy with. So these are the things that are going to have to change. But they're going to change in my time, in God's time, in divine timing, not in their time where they get to bully it out of me, and that's for sure. And that's what's going to have to be made clear, right? So, days are unusual. Brenda Hillman. Imagine yourself manually turning off your autopilot mode. Look around. This day has never existed before. Brand new perspective. Thank you, Spirit. Every time we take a moment to look around and look at our situations and see like that sun is shining bright right now. Every time we take those moments to look at the situation and, don't overwhelm ourselves, but sit back and observe it and respectfully see the situation for what it is. Not from a perspective of fear or a perspective of fight or a perspective. Listen, I respect this is a company. I respect these things, but now I understand how business works. But when we've come to a point in life where they think somebody's life or a family is worth $1,500-$1,600, it's just disgusting to me. Thank you, Spirit. And the more we allow that kind of bullying and that kind of fear mongering to take place, we're just allowing them to keep us down. So at the very least, bringing light to the situation doesn't allow them to do that anymore, right? It doesn't allow that to happen. Good morning, Dee. Destiny? D. Dawson. Sorry. That was confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. And welcome back, B. So, yeah. Can we get something we have a lot of inspiration today, but maybe something to grounded action that we can take to help pull in our manifestations. Root chakra, I knew that was going to be one. That's the first one, yeah. We're working on aligning our chakras, which is the first and foremost part of self-care. And we're learning how to okay, maybe you want all of those? Okay, so we're learning how to give love from afar and understand that no matter the situation, just because you have to separate yourself sometimes, you're doing that for your own safety, security, and love for yourself. Thank you, Spirit. But you don't wish harm. You don't wish anything bad. 46, 45, right in a row, eh? So we got the root chakra. I love showing these cards because these cards are beautiful. And that's why I read them also, because they have so much meaning to them, and this much work did not get put into them for them to not be the star seer. And I love this so much. Spirit just confirms every single time exactly what I am. Starseed Elemental. He confirms where I'm going. He confirms what's happening, and always confirms to me exactly what I need to know in exactly the right time. So the sound of the universe, I didn't actually realize that they left, but that's okay. They weren't ready for the message just yet, and that's okay. Sometime it will come. Oh, it was 46, pardon me. 40. I'm learning how to count today. Okay, so Starseed Elemental, which is this one. I love these cards so much. The artwork and the time put into them is just phenomenal. Confirmation, right? 11:33 on the clock too. If that's not a master builder number, I don't know what is. So, thank you, Spirit. Children as teachers, fun, lightheartedness, joy, laughter, newly incarnated souls, the child within, maintaining an inquisitive perspective, wonder, and imagination. Being with children can be a great way to recapture wonder, innocence, unapologetic truth, and wisdom. The realities are not yet muddied by shoulds or cannots. Their imaginations are often so wild and creative that they can be our biggest inspirers. Furthermore, as their incarnation from pure spirit is more recent, they are still aware of energy and have a natural psychic awareness. Sometimes adulting can become too serious. When this happens, bringing a childlike, lighthearted sense of play to your perspective can be the most productive way to rebalance. Facing challenging circumstances with inquisitiveness can bring joy to whatever we are accomplishing. Imagine stepping into a child's shoes and seeing how they perceive the world. If you have a problem, consider how a child might solve it. Think back to when you were little and what you loved to do. Remember how the world felt around you and how magical and mysterious things may have been. What has changed? What would you tell the 7-year-old you? Right? The little people of today will be the inventors, creators, and leaders of tomorrow. How can we help nourish their big souls to ready them for an optimal journey through life? Right now, powerful souls are incarnating on Earth to help with the progression of this planet. All children are equally special, but some may have different or unique needs due to their more sensitive and energetic natures. The ways children were brought up in previous generations may not be the best options for today. Humans are evolving, and children can be our wisest teachers. May we listen to them with our hearts and let their ways unveil fresh new eyes so we may see a whole new world. And this is a big part of my journey too, and I've been learning that with my daughter. I think we've come a long way, and I think that we have a long ways to go. We're always learning, period, but we're open to it, her and I both, and as long as we are, there's no way we can't succeed, right? So, bring a sense of play, lightness, or spontaneity to your life. Be inspired by children or your inner child. You are encouraged to add inquisitiveness, fun, and laughter to your reality. This card may signify the presence of a child in your life. That's true. Spending time with children will help you experience the world from a fresh perspective and see them as the inspiring teachers they are. And this is true, which is why we're making our Christmas tree, which is why we're creating these things, making our cookies from scratch, making pumpkin pie. We're going to be doing this weekend. We're doing these things. For one, we're having those experiences together. Can teach relations and relating and measurements and all kinds of different things. There's a million things that you can teach when you're doing things like that. But it also gives you the ability to be strong in yourself and create that bond, truly that bond. And you get to hear your child's ideas, and they inspire you sometimes for greatness. All you have to do is listen. That's just one, Miss Darcier. Okay, now listen to your intuition. Trust the holistic journey. Dreams finding their way into being, the bigger picture. A more aligned outcome than expected. Clarity of the greater path. So have you ever headed towards a specific destination, but instead of it being where you ended up, the journey was the catalyst for getting you where you were meant to go? If you haven't done that, let me tell you, I have many, many times, and I'm still doing it. It can be uncomfortable, but we have to be open to it, and it is what it is. Have you ever felt the universe was conspiring against you, and nothing seemed to be working out as planned, but then everything came together in a way that was so perfect? Yes, that's why I trust the way I trust. This card is about the journey not going as planned, but the outcome being better than you thought possible. Thank you, Spirit. When we set our dreams and intentions, internal or external shifts may need to occur before we can start to see results. Outdated doors may need to close. Ideas that are holding you back may need to transform. Life's winding roads may make it seem as though you are off the path. Despite how right your decisions may feel, trust and know that your higher self may have bigger plans for you. I know. Sometimes, and it's a struggle sometimes, but we're grateful every single day, and that's just all we can do. There might be some adventures on the way, or not. The road you take depends on how ready you are and the distance between your current life and the one you are dreaming into being. This card depicts intuition as a goddess. She is lifting you out of the clouds of confusion and mind noise and showing you the clear way forward. She is your higher self, and she can see your great potential. Trust your instincts and have faith in your dream. You are already on your way. And then the meaning is keep believing in yourself. Trust in your dreams enough to let the serendipities unfold. Let go enough to allow space for unexpected opportunities. Even when the route is not as direct as you imagined, listen to your intuition and know that you have got this. Thank you. Absolutely, thank you, Spirit. And be grateful because you're going to learn so many lessons on the way, and then when you learn them, share them. Truly share them. Help somebody else along the way. It doesn't take that much effort, and I'm sorry I have to blow my nose. Sorry if I'm being rude. I'm still a little bit sick. People are still trying to keep me sick, and I think it's a little mixed. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation, Spirit. I know. 11:41 on the clock too. Anyways, that's not something that I'm about to get me down because it's not worth that kind of effort. And then this, I love this one so much. The sound of the universe. Following the flow, hearing the sounds, and really just getting in tune with the ebb and flow of life. Thank you, Spirit. Life-changing experiences, glimpsing the great mystery, significant timing, pivotal moments, the Sri Yantra. Oh my Lord, I'm sorry that I probably butchered that. The tuning fork of universal consciousness, music transcending mundane reality. This card signifies those pivotal moments that transcend belief, remind us of a greater reality, and influence us so that life will never be the same again. When I started channeling paintings, I explored sacred geometry by including it as a key element in my creations. Without knowing much about its meaning, when I looked up the wisdom of the Sri Yantra, I was blown away. It symbolizes the sound of the universe. I want to write that down, actually, while my brain is on it, because, thank you, Spirit. I think that was meant for me to look up, so I can get a better understanding, and I like to do that. So, sorry, I'm just going to take a moment. Sometimes Spirit just says, this is something that can be helpful for you, and will help give you a better understanding of some of the things too. So any chance I get to do that, I definitely like to take advantage of that opportunity. So, thank you, Spirit. The Sri Yantra is a powerful symbol described as the tuning fork that connects us to universal consciousness. It is present in those aha moments. The fragments in time when life as we know it falls away to reveal a place outside mundane. It brings a sense of awe and overwhelms, and yet it feels so real that it jolts us back to our core. Thank you. For deeper remembering, and it allows us to fathom our limitlessness. Lychee Martini? I like the name. And Kelly, welcome. And welcome back, Be You. I love the name too, Be You. This card is also about music as a sacred tool. It speaks of the importance of having a soundtrack for our journey. Oh, Lord, my soundtrack would be wild. Music was an essential aspect of ceremony in Lemuria, as it bridged the gap between matter and non-matter. Even in this dimension, music opens the portals to an array of feelings and atmospheres. Bring more music into your life to expand your experience and shift your sense of ordinary reality. I love that. Welcome, Favor. Welcome back, I think. You've probably been in and out, popped in and out, and that's great. Thank you for that. Having your world shaken up, even a little, can invite a deeper glimpse of the great mystery of your life. There are myriad ways to peek behind the veil of the mundane world. Ecstatic dance, spiritual exploration, and intuitive creative pursuits are just a few. Aim to naturally imbue this awareness in your everyday existence so you can avoid the sudden wake-up calls. Wake up to the hidden music, harmony, and wonder of your multi-dimensional world. That's right. Just understand and believe that anything is possible, and if you believe it, you can achieve it. You have to do the work? Yes. Do you need to find help along the way? Very possibly. Almost certainly. Do you have help? As long as you have spirit and your ancestors and God and your higher self and your inner child boosting your way up. Because your inner child kind of, once you start healing those things, your inner child cheers you on more than you know. And my child, man, that kid is a cheerleader. When I tell you, she will congratulate all of the things that you do, and she will bring attention to them, and she will celebrate you, and she will high five you. And I never understood, what, like, it took me so long to understand that she does that because I do that. She learned that from me, and I've taught her that because that's how I treat people. And when you see that mirrored back in you, as such a small, beautiful child, you really truly understand the amount of love that you give out freely every single day. Thank you, Spirit. That one was meant to hit me. I don't think I ever accepted how much that I actually do. But that was just another way to confirm to me that I am a great mom. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Dairyman. So this one was the root chakra, and obviously we're grounding and centering, and I almost teared up because that was the moment where Spirit just let me know that I am doing all the right things. And it's showing, and it really does show. It shows in how my daughter treats people. It shows in how my daughter cheers them on, and it shows love every single day and congratulates people. And as much as I kind of learned that and knew that, I never really sat with that and celebrated myself for that, because I did that. I created that in her, and that's something to be pretty damn proud of. So I had to take a moment there to be proud of myself. So foundations, grounding, basic needs, survival, physical identity, responsibilities, the place where we build our lives, and then time in nature. So we make it a point, no matter what's going on, we go feed the ducks, and we walk through the paths here because they're beautiful. And we don't get to do it every day. We've been sick. It's not that we've been sick, so we haven't went out as much, but as we're getting better and stronger, we definitely are getting better. We're going out and making it more of a daily thing. And that's important to both of us because we really love that time in nature, and we love spending that time with the ducks, right? So that's where the resilience kind of comes in. And as much as I love to be on here, I like to do things to help people. I also, I come on sometimes and I do readings and stuff, but I'm more, I'm about celebrating people and teaching them how to fight for themselves and how to show up for themselves, because I've had to learn a lot of these things the hard way, and I'm pretty proud of them. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still just that little moment, seeing my daughter and understanding that was just like an enlightenment, one of those aha moments for me. Thank you, Spirit. There's the ding. It's one of those that you kind of graze over, just graze over, and you're like, it's not that big a deal, but it is a big deal. Because it's showing back to me, and the way she is so loving and kind and such a cheerleader for others, because that's who I am. And thank you, Spirit. So people that want to know who I am, just meet my daughter, and she will very clearly show you who I am. And I think Spirit really needed me to sit with that for a moment, because I don't celebrate myself as much as I should, which is also why I'm here being accountable to do this. So don't think for 1 second that I'm just doing it like I'm better than anybody else. It's also to teach me how to show up for myself. Thank you, Spirit. Which is why this commitment is here, and this is why I'm showing up no matter what. So this image speaks of finding home within yourself, a sense of deep inner peace and a strong sense of grounding and being centered. Here you can be released from the grips of survival into a place of thriving, and this is what I'm trying to do every single day. There's trust, connection to community, and yes, you can rely on others and joyfully understand your responsibilities in turn. You are held and have strong foundations for all aspects of life. With your guard down, you have the tools to ride the waves if you need. Everything is okay. Restore. Spend some time in nature. Sit or stand barefoot in nature and feel your roots merging with the earth beneath you. Consider your founding beliefs. If they no longer serve you, it may be time to reconsider your priorities or the foundations you live your life by. Welcome, Isaac. Be aware of any recurring patterns that you may be holding you back. And then, of course, the themes for that card was homes, foundations, physical bases, and responsibility. Healing position is at the base of your spine, and then the color wash is red. So I kind of do them like this, right? And I make these, it's just been kind of a hobby, but I do it because this is reminding us that we want to try to stay aligned, and we want to try and keep centered and grounded within ourselves, and be open and keep ourselves out of survival mode, keep ourselves in gratitude mode, and to make little bitty ones that you can put in your purse or your pocket. And every time you see them, sorry, I didn't mean to drop it. Every time you see them or touch them, it doesn't matter what you believe in spiritually. It's a reminder is how I like to use them. A reminder to look around and be grateful for what you have, and be grateful for that moment that you're allowed to have, just that very moment. And thank you, Spirit. Be thankful for all the things that are coming ahead. Ask for protection and happiness and wealth and abundance for you and your family and your friends. And just looking at it, is a good visual cue to bring us to those realizations and to those moments for ourselves. So my little earrings that I made, I just every time you see yourself and you see the earring, you remember you have the grounding and you have all of the protection that you're ever going to need, because you've got God and you've got your spirit team, and you have community of strong, loving people around you that also feel the same way you do. And they don't have to feel everything exactly the same, but they understand, and they're learning and teaching and growing just as we are. So, but being open to that and allowing other people to share that with us is something that we really truly have to remain open to. Even when you feel like the whole world's against you, you have to understand that it's not. The universe is just waiting for you to realize who you are and open yourself up and take those steps for yourself. That's really not messing around, eh, Spirit? I'm not saying no right now. I'm just really committed to these 21 days because I'm being accountable. But after that, I would love to have co-hosts, and I would love to have conversations and make it more of a podcast type thing. There's nothing I would love more, actually. So, confirmation. Thank you, Spirit, and 11:55 on the clock. Yes, there's so much out. Okay, 4 is enough. I'm not gonna do more than 4 because I have to walk to get my daughter today, and I don't want to be late. So, hi, Sammy Ma. Sure, hi. I can say anything. If that helps you or makes you feel better or give you a smile, I'm glad it did. So we got the Golden Children, and then, because we're obviously speaking, you're too kind, Anu, thank you. Anu? Anyway, okay. If I butcher your name, I apologize. We got the Golden Children, and that's inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So as we begin to acknowledge and heal our inner child, they definitely give us the strength to jump in and have our adventure, and help us create this on the inside, right? And that's really, truly important, because if we don't create that inner peace inside, our outside is never going to get there. And we're working on it, and I know it's a struggle, and sometimes it's very difficult, but it's possible. And it's going to start with some gratitude and some self-love and self-care and some times for ourselves. And then we have deep cellular healing. So once we create this peace on our inside here, that's when this really starts to happen. And when that deep cellular healing happens, you get to a place where I'm kind of at here. My journey is never done. Thank you, Spirit. But once you get to that point, there's a you could never look back point. What? It's your birthday? That's wonderful. Is it Mahi? Happy birthday, and you're too sweet, and I appreciate that so much. And it's whose birthday? It's your birthday, and that's wonderful. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for that. You really are sweet. If you go watch some of my videos, I'm not sure you might say that, because I speak the truth, if nothing else. She stole my birthday, and my boyfriend, it's not her birthday. Oh, Lord. We're not getting into the drama here, but it's nice to see that my bullies are back. So, either way, at least you're bullying with love, and I'll take the compliments all day long. So, thank you. I don't get into that drama. We're worried about building a stable foundation, so we want the Golden Children. But you do give me a giggle, so don't worry. You can't scare me or upset me. You definitely give me a giggle, and I appreciate it. Now, thank you, Spirit. 70. Don't make me giggle too much. We have to stay focused, Spirit. 70. Yeah. Golden children, children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Bye. Love you too. Have a great day. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. The confirmation. They're often referred to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. I definitely am. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. To treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love. To nurture and nourish it. To give every chance to grow and give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood. To encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child. You see yourself and all others as innocent children. To remember that deep down, everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. And that's truly what I try to do. Welcome, Flavor Creator. How can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? I'm not sure. But I will definitely have to meditate on that because um, I think I do that a lot. So I have to focus on myself first, and I know that because once I'm more gentle on myself, it's a lot easier to be gentler on others. Thank you, Spirit. But I like to take it with a grain of salt also because I know as long as you're trying and you're questioning if that's enough, then it's always enough, right? So, because if you're questioning if it's enough, that means you're probably giving a lot and you're really trying. You're really trying hard. At least that's what I believe, right? Oh, both my ears ring at the same time. Okay. I know. I know. They're trying. And sometimes that's okay. Trying is better than nothing, right? And it's okay to try. And even if you've done things that aren't really right or done bad things along the way, acknowledging them. Thank you, Spirit. 12:02 on the clock. Acknowledging them. Okay. Acknowledging them and taking that moment to reflect on them and be accountable, then you allow yourself a starting point, a place to create a blank slate. 12:02 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. We all have things we need to heal, so there's no judgment ever here. Understand that. Healing those things like our inner child and taking those moments. Sorry, sometimes I have to just wait and understand what I'm supposed to be saying. Thank you. It's okay that we've all screwed up. We've all done bad things. To one extent or the other. I'm not about to nitpick about who's done what worse. I don't give a shit. And neither does God at the end of the day. Yeah, it's not about who did what. Oh man, thank you, Spirit. It's about having the ability to sit and reflect on it, not to beat yourself up, not to hate yourself, not to focus on it to the point of exhaustion and trying to find all these ways to beat somebody at any means necessary. It's not what it's about. It's about reflecting on it and feeling how you would feel if somebody was doing that to you, and just really truly understanding that we reap what we sow. So if we want to be treated well, we need to treat others well. And when we take those people that we're treating well and we abuse them and we hurt them and do things to ruin their lives, yes, I'm strong. Yes, I'm all of these things. I may not look like all the things I've been through. Thank you, Spirit. And I have been through many attacks, and yes, I have to be accountable for many things because it's not all just me, but at the end of the day, I had to heal through a lot of traumas that I didn't know, but I had to forgive myself for that. And it's hard to do when you don't know where to start. And for those that show up and kind of don't understand why or what I'm doing, or think it's funny, or think it's a joke, and think that they're going to stop me, first of all, is not going to happen, because yeah, okay, so because I'm here, and I'm here because Spirit put me here, and I'm here because at the end of the day, somebody needs my message. Thank you, Spirit. And of these 21 days, I'm quite sure a few people have needed this message and these messages that I'm giving out. And they also needed to see the things that were created in my life, that out of jealousy, out of anger, out of necessity, they felt like they had to do that to make me crawl back, which I don't really understand, because, and that's for God to understand. I don't support anything that is creating harm to any human being, period. So, if you can't get your point across without being violent to another human being, you're not going to have my support, period. And I don't care who's warring with who. All I feel for is the people who are getting hurt and damaged and going without and being every single damn day. And 99.9% of those people were completely innocent and didn't deserve a damn thing. And if I had a bigger voice and I could do something to change that, you're damn right I would do everything I could to help. Right now, I'm doing what I can change, hopefully make a change in, and that's right here in my small area, in my energy, in my area, and in my small community. And if we can start with that, we can spread it out. Thank you, Spirit. And that's the best I can do. I can't take on the weight of the world, and I really wish I could, and really just heal the entire world in one breath. If I could, I would do it in a heartbeat. But because I can't, I have to do the things that I need to help others. And to do that, I need to start small. And that's here, showing up for myself, thank you, Spirit, and showing other people how to show up for themselves, and empowering them how to find the resources and do the work necessary at the end of the day to still lead from a heart-centered life, still lead with love and strength, but not going to war, not combativeness, not anger, not when we do things, we're doing them being inquisitive so we can learn and do better and be better. And when we're asking these things and when we're doing the things, putting in the work every single day, we allow ourselves to be open to all of the things that will come our way. And when we're trying to help others, they will things will come together, and things will benefit us, and things will, all these wonderful things will happen for us because we, thank you, Spirit, because we can share them. And my little corner may only have one or two popping in right now, but I'm here, and I'm going to show up every single day, and I'm going to show up, maybe not every single day. At some point I will want to have a vacation or take some personal time, but for this 21 days, I will be showing up every single day, because that's who I am, and I've committed myself to it. And thank you, Spirit. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. And I'm sorry, I had to get sidetracked and say that because somebody needed to hear that. Is that it? I'm speaking of forgiveness. Okay, confirmation, yes. I've forgiven everybody and anybody that's ever hurt me or traumatized me. I don't hold that shit. I take the lesson and move on. I already answered your question, thank you. And you didn't choose to stay and listen to the answer, so you can go back and listen to go watch the video, and I will give you your answer. So thank you. I know, Spirit. The bully squad thinks they're gonna scare me. It's just messing them up even more that I know how to kill them with kindness. And it gives me a little bit of my own little enjoyment when they think that I'm gonna do something. I don't know what they think I'm gonna do, but thank you for my little giggle, Spirit. I appreciate that. And then we have a jump in, which would be 82. Yeah, 82. Right to it. Thank you, Spirit. Andromedan energy. Adventure. Say yes to change. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It's believed that Andromedan starseeds are a group of beings who love their freedom. Very adaptable, they have strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow, to find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and jump right on in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is leap. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on Earth rarely is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory, and once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life. I love that. To seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability, and find a way to be the calm in the chaos. And I thank you, Spirit. I knew that's what was going on right now. You didn't come to Earth to be passive. You came to Earth to truly live. Now take a good run up and leap. How can you be more adventurous? How are you being called to jump right on in and leap? And I'm sorry, I had to giggle because things were starting to calm down. Welcome, Cooper. Thank you. Things were starting to calm down. Things were starting to go well in my life. And then all of the hell broke loose. And the bullies showed up. And the confirmation. And the narcissists started showing themselves in my work. At my work where they fired me. And then at my place of living, what do you call that, the management company or whatever, that's supposed to be an organization. Yeah, they just, all kinds of crazy started happening, and I couldn't figure out why. Sorry, I'm trying to find a sweater, it's a little chilly. And I couldn't understand why, because everything was calming down, and I was coming to a centered place. Now, I already know that I have people that are angry with me for cutting them out of my life and not being able to abuse my energy, my kindness, and all of the things that I have done. So I knew that a lot of that was coming from that. Thank you, Spirit. But I was overcoming that, and things were like I had already overcome and left that behind. Apparently, they have not. But that is what it is. But then these companies started coming at me, and just the whole bully situation just kills me. And the narcissists in these high companies, these high spots in these management companies, like these companies are going to lose their businesses. They're going to go out of business. They're going to, and they're going to wonder why. Like, that's the worst part of it all, is they're going to wonder why. They're going to be like, we're good to people. We're this good company. We mean well with people, and we do this because they don't know what's going on, because they just are owning it, or they just have this company, and but they're going to receive the karma on that too for allowing this stuff to happen, because it's your karma. And when you allow these narcissists in your company, and maybe they start out with good intentions, or look like they don't start out with good intentions, so let me rephrase that. They make it look like they have good intentions, and then they start creating small problems, and then they start feeling attacked when somebody tries to stand up for their basic human rights. And in those moments of feeling attacked, they then try to lay the hammer down, and they create these foot on your throat experiences, and these places where even when you're doing the right things, where they push these people and intimidate them because they're bigger, stronger, badder, and they must. And that creates a situation that allows them to abuse people, and people get scared to speak on it because the punishment. I spoke up for myself. I got fired from my job. I spoke up for myself with this company, and I got and after agreeing with me, I got 2 days later, I got a 5-day eviction notice, like for something that I had no part of. I didn't do anything wrong to either of these companies. The things that people do, and these people that they allow into their companies that don't give a shit about people, when your business relies on people and our money and our support and our promotion of them through friends, family, how we speak about them. They rely on that, and when they abuse that, it doesn't hurt them because they don't own the company, right? They're not the ones who own the company. So if they run that company right into the fucking ground, they don't care. And I apologize for my words, my swearing, because I'm trying to stop swearing. It's going to take a long, long time, but I make an effort to consciously be aware when I do. I don't know. I was kind of forced to speak on that again, which, yeah, thank you, Spirit. Which means that somebody needed to hear that. And I don't know if they have a small company, a big company. I don't know if they're one of these companies, but I do know that if they don't start looking at these positions that they have these narcissistic people in, and start creating boundaries, creating policies that create a more transparent, open environment for the people that work there, that they're consumers, they're people, these government places taking government money and not using it for the things they claim to be. These things are imperative, and if we don't start making changes or bringing changes to that shit, then we can't make bigger changes. Thank you, Spirit. So I was called to repeat that again, so somebody needed to hear that, and in speaking that, I'm just trying to make you understand that these people in your management situations, I don't care if they're friends, family, I don't care if you've known them your whole life, if you're not watching them in action and listening to the surrounding areas, the people that have dealt with them and their responses, and how how they're being handled, how these people that are being in your management positions are handling your people, the people that work for you, the people that buy things from you, that are consumers. If you're not watching how they're treating those people, especially when they're mistreating them to the extent that they have been mistreating us, me. I know I can only speak for my own personal and what I have seen, dealt with, and spoke up against, and what I've seen for other people. But I refuse to put other people's business out there. I can put mine out there because it's mine, and nobody can tell me I can't. But in doing that, I'm really hoping that I can guide people to do the right thing when it comes to speaking up and saying, if anything, get these narcissists out of these positions and start putting in people that give a shit. Otherwise, you're gonna, if you don't take the accountability and do what's right for your businesses and your companies, you're gonna lose them because you're not treating them with the care they deserve to be treated with. And the reason I'm saying that is, no matter what, at the end of the day, we all have to be accountable, right? So if I own a company that's out there hurting people, I'm not being very accountable. 12:21 on the clock. If that isn't spirit, I can't even begin to tell you. Like, that's confirmation with the ding and the 12:21. We're still accountable. We can't say, well, we didn't know, because it's your company and it's your place and it's your problem. You need to know. Give me 1 second. My phone's gonna die. I want to get my charger. I don't know why at all, but I know that Spirit made me repeat that and make it very clear, and there's a reason for it. So, welcome back. I look amazing. Oh, thank you. You're very sweet. Sorry, I had to plug my phone in. I have my moments. I can look human sometimes. I just, and I'm learning that I kind of like when I look human. If you like my earrings, I made them. So yeah, I do. Thanks, Spirit. I had to speak on that again. I've spoken on it a couple times today, so it looks like that's going to be part of my morning ritual also, until somebody hears the message, because these companies can actually make a change, and they can do it so simply. Now, I'm not saying go fire every narcissist in your company. That's not what I'm saying, because there's a lot of narcissists out there. Thank you, Spirit. 12:22 on the clock. What I'm saying is, by creating boundaries and system checks and the ability to say, okay, what's going on in this situation? What have you done to work with them? What have you done to help them? What have you done to see what they need to help themselves? If we're not doing the checks, the clocks, thank you, Spirit, the clocks and checks, and the things that are making sure these people aren't running your shit into the ground, if you're not doing those and making a serious effort to keep them honest, at the very least, keep them honest and keep them with integrity and keep them in a heart-centered space, because they're narcissists and they don't understand really anything but pain and how to distribute it, and they care about self, right? They don't know how to expand out of self. And if something makes their job a little harder or makes them have to work a little more, then oh, that one didn't work. Maybe this one's dead. There you go. So yeah, if we're not doing the things that hold them accountable, there has to be accountability all the way up the chain. Thank you, Spirit. And it's so simple, and it's such an easy thing to do, and it's such an easy way to create it, and it's a way to be fair and caring about everybody in these organizations, in these programs, in these jobs, and in these businesses. And for the people that don't want to lose them, then they really need to sit back and look at what's going on in their organizations. Thank you, Spirit. So so they don't lose them, because people are starting to speak up, and people like me are tired of breaking our backs to have things go wrong. And yes, it is shitty when things go wrong, but we can overcome them if we're given the opportunity, and we're given the opportunity to work together with these companies. And when you have a company called the Society of Hope that's supposed to be helping people, and they're literally bullying you into a 5-day eviction because you lost your job and unemployment hasn't come through yet, not living on $132 a month is a little excessive, and it's a little hard to do with a child. But it's been done, and I've been doing it, so I know. But these things that I'm doing right now, I'm in a position where I can speak for those who don't know how to speak for themselves, or those who are struggling with something for some reason, for something that they didn't do anything wrong. And apparently that's going to be my focal point of speaking, because there are so many companies, and there's so many big companies, big companies that could be just flourishing, that have went out of business because of the narcissists they put in their positions, because thank you, Spirit, because of the management teams that they've set out there and thought, oh, they're wonderful, they're great, and then allowed them to bully your people to not giving a shit. When your people who did show up day in and day out and did give a shit, and you miss out on the experience of all of the great things your company can do when you allow somebody in their free reign and to treat people however they want. It's not a good thing. Oh yeah, it's the second eviction notice in 4 months, and they already started filing 10 days in, like, forget the security deposit, forget everything. And because I lost my job, and I'm waiting on EI, which I have no other choice. Yeah, Julie is not a nice person. She's a henchman and a bully, and she should not be in there, and she's not the only one, I'm sure, but nobody here, I've not heard one good word about her, which is just horrible on its own, because I believe that she probably could be a very nice lady if she could get her head out of her butt and realize how much she could help people and promote that. But again, that's where the narcissists come in. Thank you, Spirit. When you come in, when you hear those dings, that's Spirit confirming exactly what I'm saying. I'm not trying to attack a person, because I don't believe in that. But I'm speaking the truth, and I'm speaking my truth, and I'm speaking how I don't understand how places like that can think that it's okay to bully somebody. It'd be different if you're just not wanting to pay, and you're going out partying every night, and thank you, Spirit. You're doing all these bad things. You're doing drugs. You're drinking. You're just like shopping away, buying all kinds of extraordinary things, brand new cars, whatever, and not paying your rent. Like, yeah, then, like, I have no patience. I'm not helping you. That's that. Okay, I get it. Like, I get it. But when some bad things happen to people, look at any one of these families here, and I don't know their lives, but they don't have millions of dollars saved up. They don't have this. So if someone lost their job, and or Lord forbid, something bad happened to someone in their family, and they had to deal with that, and had emergency come up and couldn't pay their rent, these people don't even attempt to work with them. It's immediate 10-day filing, 10-day, then right away eviction notice. Forget about the security deposit they paid into. Thank you. So that should set it back at least a month before they have a chance to do anything. And if they allotted that time, these things could be avoided. But instead, they choose to be vicious, violent bullies, and threaten you and try to keep you in fear. So I could have sat here in fear for 5 days and cried about it. I've already got most of the file filled out. I just have to thank you, Spirit. I have to send pictures of my proof and my documents, which I will, and I'm going to fight it in court, and I'm going to speak my truth, and any judge with any kind of common sense or any kind of heart at all in his chest is going to say, like, why are you not working with these people, and how dare you take government money that's supposed to be helping families, supposed to be creating these things, and all you're doing is taking a chunk, you're just charging this much rent and taking it from the government and giving nothing back to the community, which is not cool. Oh, I'm fighting. You already know. Imagine if it was somebody that didn't have the strength I have. Just imagine that. Like, these people, and especially if someone who's been through as much as I have, you know, many people would have just given up and said, I don't give a shit anymore, and ended it. And then there's another Christmas, another child ruined, another fucking family ruined, another, like, it's disgusting to me. I can't even, I'm not even speaking that into existence. And I know God understands that what I'm saying is, like, these things have already happened. They've already taken places because of these people in these companies, these people that are allowed to run around in some fear-mongering, bully-ass situations because they're a narcissist and because they don't have the capacity yet to, thank you, I know, I understand, and I'm not trying to beat up on anybody one specifically, I'm just trying to explain the reason that this is happening. These people don't have the capacity to feel that, they don't have the capacity to understand, to really empathize with other human beings just yet. I'm not saying they can't learn that, I'm not saying they don't have the ability, I'm saying right now they don't have the capacity. Thank you, Spirit. That was confirmation. And because they don't have the capacity, they are creating more trauma and damage to other people. So when I speak that, I'm saying it with the utmost love for everybody, because I believe that it can be learned and it can be taught, and I don't believe that anybody is throwaway. Okay, I don't believe that anybody is not worth it. So, but right now, in this moment, thank you, Spirit, I have to fight for myself and my daughter, because they've kind of forced us into this situation. But also in fighting for myself and my daughter, what I've also learned is I can't let them take me out of this space or run me ragged or punish myself because I didn't do anything to deserve it. And instead of pouting or crying about it, don't get me wrong, I cry sometimes. Thank you, Spirit. We all have to cry. But I'm rising above it, and I'm finding a way to help others find the resources and do what it takes. But I'm also I'm willing to go to court. I'm willing to have that conversation, and I'm not trying to hold back money. And when the minute I have the funds, they will have the funds. Like, it's not, and she knows that, and that's the worst part. It would be different. Thank you, Spirit. It would be different if she didn't know that, but she does know that, and anyone who's ever dealt with me for longer than 5 minutes can very clearly see that when I say something, I very much mean it, and I stand by it to the very best of my ability. And if something goes wrong, I'm very agile, and I will find a way to work around it, and I'm resilient and resourceful, and thank you, Spirit, and I find a way, okay, and sometimes it might take a little minute, sometimes it's a struggle, and sometimes it takes some effort, but I do the work, right, and I do the work for myself and for everybody around me, and that's why when this situation right now is really shitty, but I've allowing it to take me out of the space where I don't love myself or where I'm punishing myself, thank you, Spirit, or when I'm not, where I'm taking away that commitment to myself. The ability to sit back and look at myself and celebrate how far I've come every single day. And every single day I get stronger and better and so much strength. Like you, and it's not just for me, it's for my daughter, because breaking generational curses is no joke. It's hard and it's painful and it's gross. Thank you, Spirit. It's pretty yucky. And I've been doing it without even trying to love myself for a long, long time. And imagine, like, you can go look at my videos. You can go look at my history. It's out there. I promised everybody the good, the bad, the ugly. And I have always given just that. Like, I'm pretty transparent, and I'm like that because we need so much more of that in this world. And if we could just get to a point where more people, places, and things were more transparent and loving and honest and just celebrating these people and these small achievements and the big achievements and every achievement, just celebrate it for you, for everyone else. If I didn't do it yet, but you did, I'm not jealous. I'm not mad at you. I'm not in any competition whatsoever. I am proud of you, and I'm super excited for you, and I can't wait to see all of the damn things that are going to come your way that are good. And there's, no, oh my God, does she have that? That doesn't even come to my brain. That's friggin' wonderful, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for you. And is there any way I can help you, right? Is there any way I can help you to go higher, or whatever it is that you need? Thank you, Spirit. That's a place where I come from, and my need right now is, I've been trying to find stability for the last 6 months. It has been a struggle. And then when you come really close and they take that from you and take that from you, and then they bully you on top of that, it's not a good way to be. But I am not going to dwell on that. And they picked the right one to bully. Thank you, Spirit. I show up. And I will show up, and I will show up respectfully, and I will do the legwork, and I will find the resources, and I will not only find the resources for me, I'm going to teach other people how to acquire these resources. So I don't know. I haven't been selling them. I honestly don't know. I've just been making them, and then I figured eventually when I get I can get subscribers and stuff. Then I figured I would start auctioning, like raffling them off, like every time I got 100 subscribers or something. I don't know. I was eventually gonna make yeah, I would just give you one. I thought I already gave you one, to be honest. No, you can have one. I would love to give you one, actually. I'm not trying to take money. Did you from me, or just in general? Because I make my necklaces too. I think maybe I gave you a necklace. I always try to gift. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I always try to gift those people that I meet or I deal with something that's good for healing and love and reminding us to be grateful. That's what I thought. Yes, okay. So I was going to say, I didn't give you one. I was kind of just almost shocked with myself because I was going to say that would be pretty rude of me, right? So, and I try to really, it's not even on purpose. It's just who I am, right? So I'm glad you did get that. But yes, come over anytime, and I would love to give you one of the wands that I've made. It's not that trust me, I know I need to sell stuff, but I don't have enough made that's going to make me enough money to get me out of the situation I'm in, let me tell you. So I'm not worried about that, and I put that much time and effort into them to show my love. So when I can get subscribers and stuff, I want to keep them because keep them to send out as a gift box with all of the things that I've created. Thank you, Spirit, so that they're understanding and getting to learn a little bit about me, and they get my loving energy and my healing energy with it, and it stays with them always, right? So yeah, come over later. I gotta go get Grace. I'm watching her. I'm watching her. Of course, I'm watching her. I'm walking to go get her right about 2 o'clock, and if you want, you're welcome to walk with me. Thank you, Spirit. I'm sure she would love that because she likes to visit. You don't have to, but the offer is there, and I'm sure Grace would really love that. So I got really off track here, but I understand that Spirit was saying that message needed to be told. So I don't know if you want to walk with me. When I come back home, okay. Yeah, I'll put one aside for you for sure. For whatever reason, Spirit made me stop this reading my cards because he wanted me to speak on all this shit that's been kind of going on, and I kind of understand now. Spirit is fed up, and somebody had to come in and hear that message, and there's been a few people in and out, but I'm pretty sure somebody had to hear that because people are going to lose their companies if they don't start listening. So give me 1 second. I just want to plug my kettle in because I need more tea. Oh, did I turn it on? Nope. That would have been a long time. See, I forgot to turn the kettle on. I've been waiting a long time. Sorry, guys. Also, I'm starting to see as as I come on here more and more, I'm starting to see that Spirit's, it's Spirit-led anyway, thank you. So if there's something that I need to talk about, or that people need to hear, it's about being open to that too. So, and obviously I do readings. I have my links in my bio, how you can send payments for those, and they don't have to be live. I don't usually do them on this one, but I think Spirit is telling me more and more that I should be open to them. Well, that was a confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. I will also start doing, okay, that was confirmation, so I guess I will start being open to readings. However, it's when I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing unless they've sent payment, and then I'll have the list open, and then I'll find a way to integrate it so that I'm doing a mix of both. Thank you, Spirit. Those dings are always right on time. We're going to figure it out, and we're going to find a way, and I know that at the end of the day, Spirit has my back. God's not messing around, and if they don't have my highest, best good in mind, He's not going to allow them. They can come and try and, heckle me or whatever. That's not going to bother me. Thank you, Spirit. Because Spirit knows I got a thick skin, and it's not going to bother me one bit. They're wasting their own energy, and they're making themselves look how they look. Whatever. That's not on me to make an opinion. But what it is on me to do is speak my truth. So at the end of the day, however that may come out, that's what is going to come out. And, thank you, Spirit. And I've done my obligation. I came for this 21 days with the face mask and the lotion, and I have done my gratitude and my self-care cards. So I don't have to go through them all, and the other ones I do. I almost kind of want to. I want to read the Inner Earth one. I think. Yeah, you like that one, Spirit. Okay. I'll read this one and maybe the Deep Cellular Healing. Is that acceptable for you, Spirit? And I don't have to read them all, and I read the ones that I'm called to. Some of them, I didn't get off track. Like, what I'm speaking about needs to be spoken on, but at the same time, I'm just kind of having a laugh because Um, I can do so many different things. I'm so multi-talented, and I'm not trying to brag myself up in any way, shape, or form. I'm just literally, that's who I am, right? And it's who I've learned to be. It's the things that I've learned, the experience, my knowledge, my abilities are extensive, to say the least, and my respect for people, all people. Thank you, Spirit. All walks of life is just as extensive, because I've been in, I've been, making $10,000 a day, all the way to here, gonna be homeless in 4 days. Like, uh, and everywhere I've went was a new learning experience, and it taught me exactly the things that I know. Do I know everything? Not a chance in hell. But am I open to learning? Yes. And do I have a care and concern and deep respect for all humans? Absolutely, because I've been to all of those places, and I don't believe that anybody is just worth throwing away. I don't believe they're worth letting go, or we have to let go and step back sometimes, because people are hurting us. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean we can't love them from afar, or wish them good, or hope for the best and still pray for them. And that's sometimes what we have to do, right? So I'm going to read the Inner Earth one and the Deep Cellular Healing. And because I know some of us are late bloomers and and stubborn, I'm the queen of stubborn, so I know. Thank you, Spirit. I know that sometimes it takes a lot to really make it hit when you're not ready to hear it, or ready to listen, or ready to do the work. You're gonna fight it, and you're gonna struggle, and you're gonna be stubborn, you're gonna ignore it, and you're gonna whatever it takes, because it's not happening, right? Except it's gonna happen because God's not playing. He doesn't mess around. No matter what you believe. There's a message, and you're gonna hear it, and it may not be this message. It may be another message, somebody else's message. But it's going to keep going and going and going, and you're never going to stop hearing it until something sinks in. And God's getting really good at that. And they're going to keep bringing you into situations where you have to learn the other side, where you have to see how it is, or how to deal, or how to overcome from the other side. Because if we don't start learning these things, we're never going to be able to treat people with the compassion and love that they truly, truly deserve. That everyone deserves, not just one person or a group of people or whatever. I don't give a shit where you are, where you come from, okay? Like, everybody deserves that. And I will stand on that. That's a sword I'm willing to die on. Even those people, thank you, Spirit. Even those that have hurt me. Which is why I don't do return to sender and all that other stuff, because I don't believe in continuing cycles. I'm here to break cycles. I'm not here to break cycles and create new, better ones. Are they perfect? No. Will they be better? Yes. And as I learn and grow, I'm going to do better. Every time I learn I can do better, I'm going to do better. And it might take a little bit, because it sometimes putting into action and creating the habit and the willingness and the openness, being able to be open to it sometimes is very hard, because all the change that's happening. But I'm going to, and I will, and every time I do learn better and do better, I'm going to share that so somebody else can, right? So, sorry, I'm thirsty too. Okay, so what I'm going to read Inner Earth, and then that's Booty. And I really like this. I just love these cards because they're so inspirational, and they're, no matter what you believe in, they are very, you can call it what you want. They talk about different cultures, whether they're fabled, whether they're real, whether they're it's like a story in the Bible, right? Like we weren't there. We only know what they wrote. And I'm not judging, because they all are fantastic stories and abilities to keep our moral code kind of pointing at our true north, right? Keeping us learning better ways to be better. So to me, some of these are the same. The way they portray the stories, how they help us in our morality and our ethics and our humility and our compassion with other people. So that's why when I feel called to read them, that I really make it a point to read them, because they put a lot of time and effort into these, and they are really wonderful ways that we can help ourselves and help other people, and it's so easy to do. So welcome all the people that have joined. I think we have Brenda and Vicky. Welcome back. Okay, so the inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and new beginnings. Inner earth, also known as Agartha, is believed to be a hidden subterranean world within the planet itself. Many ancient cultures mention it in their stories. It's said that some of the beings of ancient lost lands, such as Lemuria, oh my lord, Atlantis, and Aryavarta, went there. Hindu and Celtic lore mention caves and entrances to the underground worlds. Tibetan Buddhism refers to the secret mystical city Shambhala, which is thought to be located in the Himalayas. Many have searched for inner earth in the physical world, but without success. So the mystery continues. Is it a place that exists in the physical or on another level of consciousness? There are solutions beyond what you can perceive, surprising outcomes to your problems and situations, resolutions that are in the best interest of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being reassured that there is a way out. You'll survive this and things will work out. Oh, I know this. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something, thank you, Spirit. Try something you wouldn't normally do. Soon you'll see that a whole new worlds of solutions are available. Things that were previously beyond our focus will present themselves. Helpful people, signs from the universe, and support in both expected and unexpected ways are on their way to you. But first you need to do something different to shift your focus so you can receive them. What can you do to shift your energy or outlook? And that's what I'm doing, right? I'm showing up, and I'm going to be grateful, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to find every single day something to be grateful for, no matter what happens, because there's still a million things to be grateful for. I'm going to learn every lesson that comes my way to the best of my ability, and I'm going to share it when I learn it, and hopefully help somebody else learn it too. Thank you, Spirit. Deep cellular healing, 54. I got shivers when I read that. That was kind of weird. You trying to tell me something, Spirit? Okay. So, this is Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Your body knows how to heal. Healing is your natural state. Physical and emotional disharmony can be a reflection of how the world, inner and outer, has been out of alignment. Thank you. If you're suffering from a mystery or chronic illness, don't allow yourself to think you've done something wrong. Today it's difficult to navigate our health. If this card has made its way to you, you're being called to focus on your healing in practical ways, to prioritize your health, to be kind and tender to your miraculous body, to give yourself the grounding and care you need, to put your body first, to nourish yourself as you would a newborn baby. Thank you, Spirit. To treat yourself with tender care. You may be called to switch things up with your body or your emotional well-being. To call in a team of helpers to support you in navigating any challenges you may be experiencing emotionally. The Arcturians are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. They want you to know that it's possible to feel vibrant in your body and well in your skin. To have your cells return, thank you, Spirit. To have your cells return to effervescence and vitality. To find calmness and contentedness. To have a soothed nervous system and a tranquil heart. Which is why I'm showing up just like this and doing the things that I'm doing. Because my lesson and my job right now is to be the calm in the chaos. To learn to find my calm in the chaos. And I don't want to say I've mastered it. Oh, maybe. Spirit just said, just ding. So maybe I am. Thank you, Spirit. I'm definitely overcoming it. And I'm definitely... I'm finding my truth, and I'm learning every single day how strong I am, how much stronger I am than I even thought that I was, which just blows my mind. And I'm doing it in a loving manner because I'm not out here trying to fight the world. I'm trying to heal the world. Thank you, Spirit. I'm trying to help in any ways I can, and maybe I can't do it financially in the moment. But I have my time, and I have my energy, and I have my very extensive knowledge. And when I get to the point where I can take this and use this to become financially stable, then I will be using it to help others become financially stable and empower others to be their own autonomous self and do what they desire so they can live their best lives and not be under the foot of some bully thinking they can control you. So that's my goal, or at least one of them. I have many, but they all involve helping others. Yeah, but in the end, helping others helps me too. Thank you, Spirit. That's what I was here for. I'm here to help others. I'm here to love others, and that's just the truth. So the affirmation that goes with this one is, I take back my vitality and energy and feel more and more healthy each and every day. My body knows how to heal. My body knows how to heal. And we definitely want to affirm that every day. And that includes our mind, right? Because our mind is definitely a part of our body, and if we keep detaching it from our body and our emotions and our physical well-being, and we separate it, we're just creating more separation, which is the things that we've been, taught to create separation and keep that boundary up so they're not ever crossing is the reason why all of this is happening the way it's happening, and why we're not having the ability to have these cohesive thoughts and alignment and able to bring our manifestations in, is because this programming has taught us that everything has a boundary. Like when you were a kid almost, and you I don't know about you, but when I did it, I would take like my potatoes and separate my potatoes from my corn, and my meat from my corn, and my potatoes, and everything had to not touch. Thank you, Spirit. And that's what they've basically created in this world, whether it be through culture, through color, through religion, through political aspects, thoughts, beliefs, male, female, financial. Like, there's just so many. Like, this can't touch, this can't touch, this can't touch. And that's why everybody's struggling. Thank you, Spirit. And that's why everybody's having such difficulties, because where we are all dying to be like this and work together and really truly understand that all of the shit that people are trying to say that we believe or trying to program into our heads is not us. It's not our souls. It's not our truest form of ourselves. It's not our most authentic selves. Because our most authentic selves don't believe that about people, and we don't about people, places, things. Thank you, Spirit. I had to, what's the word? I just said people, and it wasn't just people, places, things. It was very important to put them all, because it's not just one thing, it's everything. And what we're trying to do is align everything for everyone, and that takes a lot of work. And places like this, platforms like this allow, thank you, Spirit, they allow us the opportunity to call in those people and connect with those people in however small amounts of forms. We're helping ignite that flame and in people's souls spark that fire that's in there, wake them up and say, hey, we can make change. Like, we can make huge change. We're not under anybody's, and I'm not saying go fight the government, go to war. I'm not saying any of that. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me clarify. What I'm saying is stand up for yourself completely and wholly. Stand up for your neighbor. Stand up for those you love. Stand up however you can. That does not mean let them abuse you. That does not mean go run and do everything for them till you have nothing left. That means say, I understand you're in a different place than I am right now, and that's okay. And I'm going to always wish you the best. And it's okay to leave people with love and allow them that. And it's okay to share the message and understand that if people don't take it, it's not your responsibility. You're just sharing the message and letting them take from that what they will. And that's all we can do. But as long as we're doing it, and we're doing it with the intention of helping others and creating that cohesiveness and that connectedness and that respect for every person, every stage of the way, whether they're a big bully or a little baby. Thank you, Spirit. 101 on the clock, too. Love is love, okay? And that's why even when I say narcissists and stuff, I have love for them, too, because I know that there's a piece of them, a place in them that needs to be healed, that needs to be found, that needs to be helped. Do I have that knowledge and abilities to do it myself? No. Do I have the love to understand and respect that and pray for them and wish love and thank you 101 still? Do I have that ability? And yes, I do. Help them see the place of love from themselves. And when they can do that and truly love those parts, then they can start to heal. And I can pray that they'll want to do that. I can pray that they have an easier time finding their way to do that. And that's, maybe it's just not always what we're praying for. Thank you. It's how we're praying for it. Or how we're using those words to heal instead of hurt, hinder, or block, right? And we all have the ability to do that. So, and that's also part of self-love, because when we let that programming beat us down, we become so programmed and used to it that we beat our own selves down. We're like, you're tired? Let me take up the torch. I'm going to do it myself. I've gotten pretty good at it, so I might as well, right? Thank you, Spirit. And that's kind of where our brains go on that mission. And when we do that, we just hinder ourselves so much. We take away from our potential. We block our own blessings. We stop ourselves from learning the ways that we can be resilient and fight for ourselves and help. We stop looking for the resources to help us, and we start finding ways to cope instead of bloom, blossom, and grow. And it took me a long time to learn that I could do something other than cope. And it took me a really long time. And now that I've learned that I can bloom, blossom, grow, and help others, I'm striving every day, and every day I will be better, and every day I will do better, and every single day I'm going to find a way to drive that message home, because somebody needs to hear it, and somebody's going to hear it, and when they do hear it, they're going to create a change in this world that is beyond us all. And yes, it only takes one person at a time. And I don't care if you have one viewer or 5,000 viewers or 100,000 viewers. If you show up and you're consistently doing the right thing, then Spirit is going to help you do the right thing. And it's going to make it easier for you to do the right thing every single time. Thank you, Spirit. Every time those dings, right on time. Right on time. And I love it. And that just always says to me that, one, they're letting me know that I am on point, I'm tapped in, and I'm saying what I'm supposed to be saying. I've stopped doing the cars, stop doing these. It's not that I've stopped doing them, but apparently this was the important message in this moment. So I'm doing what I'm told. Thank you, Spirit, and I'm going with what he said. And this is what we need to learn. And when we can learn to come from that place for ourselves and for everyone else, then we get to really create some pretty exciting stuff together, and we get to learn for our own selves and see our own selves just how amazing we become. And that's when we start awakening, and I just split the deck on that, which is it's when our upgrades come. That's when our abundance starts to find us. That's when our people start to find us. Thank you, Spirit. Longing for home. I was just talking about our soul tribe and our people. If that wasn't the time for that. Okay, stop cutting the dead and just shuffle. So, okay, we can't do a whole story time. Oh, yes, we can. Oh, mirroring. Wait, postpone. Yeah. Deeper split. Okay, so we got a little story time, it seems. We got the crumbling. So right now, somebody's going through their, I want to say almost a tower moment. Thank you, Spirit. But they need to understand that the reason it's happening is because the foundation wasn't built on stable ground. When they try to mirror that on me, they try to create the fear, or I want to say mirror it on me, but really what happens is you're a mirror of everybody you come in contact with. So if people aren't giving you, thank you, Spirit, if people aren't doing the right things or projecting things onto you, they're allowing you to see some parts of yourself too where you need to maybe make a change. And that's hi Marty Lynn, how are you? And we have to try to be the mirror for other people and allow them to see those things. And when we do that, when we heal our insides and really go inward, we allow ourselves to mirror out love, and then in turn that's mirroring back to us, so that's helping us fill our cup, which is pretty important. So the more we heal ourselves, we're forcing out that love, but we're also, because we're all each other's mirror, we're going to send it back to us, and that is the goal. So we're all reflecting love right back to each other. Thank you, Spirit. And that's how we're going to really start filling our own cups. That's why we need to fill our own cups, but also it's going to help others fill their cups, whether they want it or not, right? And they don't want it, some of them, because they don't know what it's like to want it, and they don't know what it's like to have it, and they don't know what it's like to be safe and happy and healthy, and it's sad, and it's really sad. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. It's really sad, but I can speak from truth and fact that I know this too well, and just because they don't want it right now is because they don't know that they can have it. So that's what I'm trying to teach out here, is just letting people know that if I can do it, anybody can, and I promise you that. And then there's wait, postpone, pause, say no. If it's not a yes, a 100% yes, like I'm doing it, dive in, face first, then it's a no. There's no maybe, I'm not sure, because we get to the point where we can persuade ourselves into doing things we don't want to do, or we're not comfortable doing because we want to fit in, or we don't want someone to be mad at us, or whatever. There's a million reasons. But if we're not okay with it, and we don't, thank you, Spirit, if we're not okay with it, or if we don't feel comfortable in it, it's okay to say no, and it's a whole sentence. And if they don't like that, or freak out, or treat you differently in those scenarios, then they're not your friends and they don't give a shit about you properly, and maybe it's because they don't give a shit about themselves, and in that moment then they have to do their inward thing, but that's not your responsibility, and that's when you have to walk away and worry about your own self, and that's the truth. So, and then the age of light, and you've been training for this for lifetimes. So what this is speaking to is me showing up here every day, being consistent no matter what. Pardon me. One, fighting for myself. Thank you, Spirit. 1:10 on the clock. And I'm fighting for the other people that maybe aren't sure where to start. Which is also why I'm as transparent as I am. If you watch my videos, you can see I put the good, the bad, the ugly. And I give everybody every arrow they can possibly want to throw at me. It's up to you to make that decision. Thank you, Spirit. And when you make that decision, that's how I know who you are also. So, you know that saying, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And when you allow people to do what they're going to do, you're just allowing them to show you. And when they show you, you know how to show yourself exactly what you need to do. And if it's walk away, stay away, keep away, 111 on the clock, new beginnings, thank you, Spirit, confirmation, whatever you have to do to let that fall away and not allow that negativity to pull you back. The mindset, the thinking, it doesn't matter what it is, whatever habit it is that we have in our head or that we have created, we can unlearn it and we can recreate it. Sorry, I've been sick, with healthier habits. And that's what we're doing, and that's why we're looking for it starts with self-care and self-love, which is our deep, deep replenishment. And when we do that and we take that time for ourselves, then we allow ourselves to really heal and fill our cup so that when we're out there giving it to everyone else, we're not draining ourselves. We're coming from a place of whole love, true, unconditional love, no expectation. We're just giving, thank you, Spirit, because we're giving because that's who we are. That's also why when I come on here, I don't ask people to share the lives or I don't know, the gifting or whatever. Sorry, I don't. That's just my own thing, and no judgment to anybody anywhere. I do what I do, you do what you do, and I love the way everybody does their thing. It makes them happy. Thank you, Spirit. It's not judgment. There's no judgment. I just don't do that because I believe that, one, I'm learning. Two, I'm showing up for me. So at the end of the day, if nobody likes this even one little bit, then it doesn't matter because I do, and I'm doing it for me. And if I help people along the way as I'm learning and owning my abilities and my services that I can do, learning how to give them to the community, to people, then we can figure out how to, I don't know, monetize or whatever, and do it to build a stable foundation for me and the people that I help. But until then, as I'm learning, I'm growing, and if I can give this way, this is how I'm going to give. So, and if I'm giving, expecting other people to give back to me, then I'm not giving, am I? So, when I come on in and I give like this, I'm giving from my heart, and I'm giving what I have, and I'm making sure that I'm not emptying my cup, but I'm giving the knowledge that I learn, and I'm going to share it with anybody that shows up and is willing to listen. And I'm also open to learning and listening. Thank you, Spirit. Because that's how we all learn and grow. And we don't have to take everybody's advice, but it's about taking that knowledge and the ability, taking that point as a starting point and using that as a reference to your beginning of your journey and figuring out how to learn and do better, right? So, thank you, Spirit. That's all we can do. If it's the starting point here, and if I do nothing else but make you question and do a little research on your own, if I force you to start being open to other creators, and I wasn't the creator that you resonate with, but you like the idea of learning about self-care and learning about self-love and all of those things, and you go find that creator, thank you, Spirit, because I kind of piqued your interest, then I got the message out, and that's okay, and that's what I'm here to do, and that's what I'm really happy for. So when I give with no expectation, just like I'm told to do, because I know that when things come back to me, they are coming back to me tenfold. And when they come back to me tenfold, does that mean I'm going to be selfish? No. It means I'm going to be giving. That just means I can give from a bigger well, right? Whatever that looks like. I hold no expectations, so I don't know what that's going to look like. Your commitment is being tested. I love that. I know that, and that's why I show up, and that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm doing the work every day. So. And it's not just my commitment, it's your commitment too, because if this is out there, it wasn't just for me to hear. Okay, we're not going to take them all, but we have adjustments are required, and that's every single day, so that don't let that get to your head. And then show the world the real you, and then a win-win outcome is forecast, and confidence is your key to success. I mean, if they aren't, I got confidence. I think I'm okay. And the more we do, and the more we do better, obviously our confidence gets stronger every day. So, commitment's being tested, that's mine and yours, which is why I'm showing up and I'm doing the work every day. And yes, the adjustments are required, so because I pull my cards and do the things, but I also do readings, and Spirit is telling me that that I need to be having that open space here. So if they do send for readings and want readings, then if they communicate that here, thank you, Spirit, then I need to be open to that and do the readings in between this. So I'm going to start doing that. It's a little late today in the day to do that, but starting tomorrow, if people show up and they want to do readings, they want readings done for them on these lives, then they have to look on my bio and find payment, and yes, they can do that. We will schedule a time for that, and we'll integrate it somehow into here. Thank you, Spirit. It's about integration. That was really an important word, because that's what we're doing, is integrating all of these things, the good, the bad, the ugly, into something beautiful and helpful to everybody involved. So whether it's a question or just a little bit of helping with self-care, self-love, then that's what we're going to do. And then confidence is key. Thank you, Spirit. And showing the world the real you. If that's not self-explanatory, I don't know what is, okay? We build our confidence by doing, and if we don't do, we're never gonna get it done. I'm literally boosting up a friend who makes some beautiful things, and I'm like, start doing it, and I will help you promote them, and I will help you do them and sell them and do the things, because I know what you're making is quality stuff, and I know it's beautiful, and I believe in it, and I think that you don't believe enough in yourself just yet. But once you start receiving the compliments and all the people saying, "Oh, I would love that. Would you make me one?" Instead, you don't have to wait for that, because I'm willing to do the promotion, the work, and helping them build that into something that they can create. Thank you, Spirit. They can create some stability and some put away money and vacation money and fun time money for their family, because of something that she does so beautifully. So for whatever platform I have and whatever voice I have, I will always use that to help others in whatever it is that I believe that they need or that they communicate to me that they need. And that's the best we can do as humans. Thank you, Spirit. So that was the show the world the real you. Don't be scared. And then a win-win outcome is forecast. And I know that's coming. I don't even have to question that because I know my resilience, I know my ability to do the legwork, and I know exactly what it's going to take. And I also know the people and the community that have my back, and I believe that they have my back, and thank you, Spirit, and they may only be able to do small things to help me, but I do know that those small things are big things, and they turn in really quickly into big things, and in doing that, in learning to trust the community and finding a place that's home, which is something that took a long time for me to even think was possible for me. I'm in a situation now where, I love the place that I'm at. Do I love all the things about it? No. But I love the intentions. I love the things that the people in this community are trying to do and wanting to do for all of the families here, not just one. Like the thought process of the people that I've been in communication with in any way, shape, or form in this community want to do nice things for people, want to create little funds so that, there's not a kid in this area that has a bad birthday or has to worry about not getting a Christmas gift or whatever, and just doing that through our community, through our small little subdivision or whatever. These small little things are wonderful, and the fact that everybody here sees the kids out there, they're not, oh, that's your kid, that's my kid. I mean, obviously, they're all our kids, right? But 1:21 on the clock. They're our kids, but when we look out there, we're not going to see somebody else's kids getting hurt and say nothing. Okay, you trust that they're going to say, hey, to the kid, you can't go running on the street out there. You have to be here. Am I saying that your kid run free or go crazy? No, but I'm saying that you can trust that these people are looking out and really want the best for any and all the children in this area. Thank you, Spirit. And I've never known that in my entire life. So the fact that my daughter gets to know that and I get to learn what that's like is phenomenal all on its own. And just when I'm starting to learn that, I'm not about to let some narcissist in the top of a company bully me out of it or take it from me because they refuse to meet me in the middle or compromise. So that's just who I am, and that's why I'm fighting like I'm fighting, and that's why I'm still the calm in the storm, because no matter how I feel or my anger or any of those things, I'm not scared, and I don't fear them, and I know that I can do the work and find the resources, and I know that I'm not afraid to have my day in court either. So thank you, Spirit. I know at the end of the day, me speaking my truth is going to shine a lot of light on some things that aren't supposed to be happening and should not be happening the way they're happening. Thank you, Spirit. And they're going to be learned from at the very least, and that's the goal. I don't want a company to go out of business. I don't want to see any of these bad things happen. Thank you, Spirit. What I want to see is change. I want to see people making an effort, hearing their customers, seeing their people, their employees, their understanding, accepting people as they are, meeting them in the middle, and then not creating all these rules, policies, and procedures so only one section of the people have to follow it, because that's not how it works. If we make these policies and procedures, they're for everybody, not just that person or this group of people or whatever. So Um, I believe in rules and processes and all those things. I agree with them. I don't agree with how they are or all of them, but um, I agree that if they're going to be for one, they're for all in that situation, not just, oh, you're cherry picked and you're this, you're that. No. Thank you, Spirit. When we do it, and that's why when I fight for you, I fight for me, I fight for everybody. But I fight with love because I'm not coming at trying to take a place out of business or some shit like that. I'm trying to bring attention so they can make change, so their business can bloom, blossom, and grow and help others. Like, that's the whole point of this. Um, that's all I'm trying to do. So when I speak it, I say it because it needs to be said. Thank you, Spirit. But I'm also going to be the calm in the storm because, like, hell, am I going to let anybody make me take away my peace? Because I'll tell you, I didn't work this hard for this peace. I will fight for my peace, my inner peace, till the ends of the earth. I'll tell you that. I will cut off, do whatever I have to do, let go of everything, start again with nothing if I have to maintain my inner peace, and that's it. Welcome back. So I breathe calmly and easily. I am safe in this moment, and it took a lot to be able to do that. So I always spoke my truth, but I always got punished accordingly. Sometimes way more than accordingly. Thank you, Spirit. I got punished a lot for not understanding why people are being mistreated when it's not okay, and for questioning and maybe making people, trying to hold people accountable for their actions in one way, shape, or form. And that's really what I'm doing. If I have to be accountable, why don't you, right? So, and God's saying enough is enough. We've been accountable and we've taken on everybody else's burdens and we have done all of the shit to try to make everyone else's lives easier. And now it's time for us to make ours easier, and that way we can really, really, truly grow and help others make theirs easier. So, attacking others is an attack on myself. See, my whole point. I choose to release this now. And that's why when I say we're not attacking people, we're not judging what I say when I say the things about the narcissist and power and those things. I'm not saying it to attack a company. I'm not saying it to fight a company. I'm saying it so that they can create ways to make positive change and to keep these policies and procedures so that everybody follows them, and so that there are emergency circumstances in place, so that there are things that can be done to help people in shitty situations when shitty things happen, and things that can help them or work with them instead of just being a bully and trying to throw them out on the streets, or trying to take whatever they have built, their little small amount that they've built, away. Yeah, I don't know any other way to explain that, but it's not about fighting or attacking. It's about saying, I've done nothing to you, and yes, you are bigger than me, and yes, you have all of these things, but you also have the ability to compromise and work with me, just like I'm trying to compromise and work with you, and understand you're going to create far more respect, far more loyalty, far more, thank you, Spirit, far more grace, just in any way, shape, or form when you take those moments and try to work with somebody instead of trying to ruin their lives because of something that's not their fault. And I absolutely will keep the peace always. I'm not going to war to be mean or cruel. I'm speaking my truth. And thank you, Spirit. And I'm sharing it. And I'm going to help other people learn how to be confident, resilient enough, strong enough to speak their truth. And when we all start speaking our truth, and uncovering all these unfair things that are happening, these cruelties, these traumas that they keep placing on us, and expecting us to overcome, when like a big company like that is, sorry, yes, thank you, Spirit. A big company like that is like a whole fucking army of people stomping on your throat. It's not like you're fighting, the neighbor. You're arguing with the neighbor or something, okay? You're fighting with an entire company that makes millions of dollars and collects millions of dollars from the government every month. And in doing that, they now believe that they're so big that they don't give a shit. You don't have to give a shit. Thank you. It's like when you get too big for your britches and your parents says, "Okay, you're kind of out of line now. You think you know, but you're gonna find out the hard way if you keep going down this path." And they keep going down that path, and then they find out the hard way. And as a parent, you're like, we can't always say "I told you so," but at the same time, maybe just don't say it, but go. Right? Thank you, Spirit. So, there's no such thing as a mistake. Everything happens in divine order. I am being guided to learn and grow. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm trusting the flow. I'm trusting my spirit team. I'm trusting God. I'm trusting my ancestors who are teaching me the ways that I can break these cycles, but break them with love and honor and integrity and respect. Thank you, Spirit. 1:31 on the clock as I say that, which is self-expression, new beginnings. In case you didn't know, self-expression is speaking our truth, finding our ways that we love ourselves to be creative, and standing up for what we believe in. So, at the very least, I'm good at that. So, it's safe to ask for help. People want to support me. And thank you, Spirit. And that's why when I do these things, and I'm asking for help. I'm finding the resources. I'm doing the legwork. There are places in the community. I just have to dig a little deeper, and I will find them. And I'm okay with that, because when I find them, I'm gonna not only find them, I'm gonna share them so other people get to learn also. Where is my... Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, they want me to do the gemstone ones because this one always makes me giggle because there's just enough sarcasm, and I love stones. Like, I literally, like, my one thing I want to do for myself for Christmas, and I hope I get to, is that there's a few of those sites that you go and they have the tumblers going and you get a couple scoops and they're all these beautiful gemstones. Thank you, Spirit. Like, beautiful. There's just such a mix of them. Like, I really, if I don't get to do anything for myself, like a real treat, a real something I'm gonna spend that I shouldn't spend, that there's no sensical reason why other than I want it. That's what I'm gonna get myself. I haven't seen any of them sites in a while, actually. I haven't seen them. I haven't scrolled through them. And I'm really sad because they're beautiful and I was loving them. Okay, so hopefully I do before Christmas. With the mail strike, I don't even know anyway. You flipped it. There it is. Okay, 1, 2. Do one more? No, I said one more, not one handful more. There we go, thank you. We don't want no more, I know you like to push and pull, Spirit. Yes, I know, thank you. 133 on the clock. Yeah. Well, that's how we work together. And that's also how they keep that spicy, feisty little fight in me and don't allow it to leave, which always makes me kind of laugh. As long as I have that little fight in me, Yeah, this whole world, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Spirit. It doesn't matter. There's not a person that can keep me down or stop me from doing what I'm trying to do. And even if I start in any moment to feel worried or question or anything, that's when Spirit steps in right away and kicks up that feistiness in me and says, remember what you're doing. So that's what I do. So we got blue calcite, and I love this one, thank you. And I know this one must be relative because it just dinged. What it is, dreamy, calming blue calcite is the fresh from meditation, retreat, vision board making hippie of the calcite family. People who needs it? People who stare up at the ceiling worrying about the future at 3 a.m. Where to put it? On your bedside table. When to use it? When stress is the enemy, freaking out is not a prerequisite for accomplishment. Deadlines aren't death sentences. Stress will extinguish your creativity and crush your dreams if you let it. Call on the calming, focused energy of blue calcite to remind you to put stress in its place, far away from the joy of the process and the delight of the dreaming big. Act on your dreams. I knew this one was for me, so now I need to find me some of this. I knew that one was for me, through and through. Welcome, Shalu and then we have hematite, or hematite. Pardon my pronunciation if it's incorrect. What it is, hematite is, I think it must be hematite because Spirit's pushing me to say it like that. So we're going to roll with it. Hematite is a metallic charcoal that takes its name from the Greek word blood. Like blood, it's full of iron. And like blood, hematite moves. So it can be said either way. Okay, I get it, Spirit. Thank you. Moves the good to where you need it and takes the bad away from where you don't. Who needs it? Anyone stagnating or spun out on something, like a new crush or a lifelong existential dilemma. That was a rough one, sorry. Where to put it? Wherever you are when you realize it's time to come back to earth. And then when to use it? When you feel stuck. When it's that moon time of the month. And when you want to pull energy from the earth below and use it to make big things happen. Align to your wholeness. I like that one too. Oh, I like it. See, they always, when they show me new ones, it's because Spirit's telling me, like, I know you want all these, so I want to make sure you see them and know what they can do so you can really want them and manifest them to you, right? So I love that. Look at this. Like, it's beautiful. Okay, so serpentine. What it is. A lime to kale green stone with a reptilian appearance. Serpentine's activating energy is like a deep exfoliation treatment for the spiritual self. Who needs it? Kundalini yogis, anyone in need of a fresh start. Where to put it? During meditation, hold serpentine, here we go again, in each hand and concentrate on circulating energy from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. When to use it? When it's time to let go of tired beliefs and get stuck energy unstuck. If serpentine arrives in your life, it's an invitation to rip off all proverbial band-aids and regroup. Hit the sauna, sweat it out, and release all lingering drama. Awaken your reptilian nature. I like that. So it helps you shed your all your worries and all the shit you need to let go of. Which is, I like that one a lot. Lord, and you wonder why I want to buy so many of these. I'm going to make a bunch of money. But when I do, I'm telling you. Okay, so, what's this one? Libyan gold tektite. What is it? A 28 million year old Saharan desert glass only found in, you guessed it, the Sahara Desert. This gem is yellow, but far from mellow. Who needs it? The navel-gazing and brooding binge watchers, anyone looking to hit the street with some extra swagger and cancers. Where to put it? Hold Libyan gold tektite or this card at your will center just above the navel and set some goals. Seriously, make a list. Then call on the fiery beyond ancient energy of this stone to help you break through the burning desire to binge watch the day away. When to use it? When your get up and go has ghosted you. Banish your blahs. Like, I don't know. I love these cards because they make me giggle a lot. So I had a few more that I could just do these all day, to be honest. They made me happy. I'm going to do, okay, I'll pull one of the ones that I've made just because these resonate with my life in so many ways, shape, or form. It's ridiculous, but these are ones that I've created that were from motivation to angel numbers to the planetary alignments to self-care, whatever I've kind of in the last year or almost two, things that I've encountered that have kind of saved my life and helped me keep my focus eye on the prize, yet staying present, yet still healing, yet still being loving, yet fighting for myself. Right? Spirit saying just like all of the things. This is how my journey has unfolded. This is not always how. Okay. Outside time, yes. We're going to feed the duckies after work. I mean, after school. After work. I guess this could be work. Sort of. And then dancing to help tell our stories. I know I like to do that too. Thank you, Spirit. 141 on the clock. Yeah, I'm not ready to do that just yet. I haven't danced that much in a long, long time, since high school. And then use your body to tell your story. So, and then financial wealth and achieving it. If that's not telling me what I need to do, I'm not there yet. I gotta get my shit together. But for right now, we'll start with this and we'll see what next month brings. And we got 911. Thank you, Spirit. 141 on the clock. End of a cycle. But not premature endings. A phase has come to its natural conclusion. And then 911. A divine presence is waiting in the wings, and that you are on the path to the perfect opportunity. End of a cycle, fresh start, rebirth, new opportunities, opening opportunities that are fully supported by your guardian angels. Man, that was hard. New opportunities opening up that are fully supported by your angels. That was a rough sentence. I could not get it out. I don't know why. You really wanted me to focus on that one, huh? Okay, I get it. So there are opportunities coming for not just me, for all of us, if we're open our eyes and we're ready. And the opportunities that are coming, thank you, Spirit, are supported by our angels and God and our spirit team. So, and they're going to come in ways we don't expect them. So we also need to make sure we're open for those and understanding, not putting expectations on how they're coming in, where they're coming from, and what they are going to be. And then don't allow fear to let us say no, I think is what I'm saying. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Like I said, if when I'm on point and I'm saying what I'm supposed to say, you'll hear those dings. They come through and through. Spirit, don't fuck around. And Spirit's like, we're going to get this message out one way or another, and that's for me, for you, and for the world. So, hope cycles, a new chapter, and making changes. Thank you. That will have a profoundly positive impact in your life. Be bold. Let go of what's no longer serving you. Follow your heart. Say yes to a bright new start. And know that when you take a leap of faith, your spirit guides are there and lend you their wings. Oh, my writing has been horrible, apparently. Transformation and spiritual growth. Step out into your next adventure knowing, thank you, Spirit, knowing that you'll have all the skills and support you need to fulfill your true life purpose. And then that was the number 9, kind of the meaning. And then the 1, the start of something new, courage, new beginnings, and the light of leadership, independence and freedom rolled into one. Fierce confidence, new projects, new places, new people, and new experiences, leading to a spiritual awakening and deeper connection with self and others. Thank you, Spirit. 144 on the clock. When I tell you synchronicities, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. A deeper connection with self and others around you. Enlightenment and both sharing and receiving wisdom, and also it's the master number 11, right? So you can use your spirituality and healing or psychic gifts to help uplift those around you. Someone may show up in your life soon and needs guidance and support, and you are well placed to offer that. Negative attitude or connections will close and make way for new union or connection with your soulmate that will fill your heart. So, and sometimes I believe our soulmates are ourselves, right? So, don't just think that it has to be a lover, and it doesn't always. Thank you, Spirit. It doesn't always have to be that one thing. Oh, I don't know what. So I'm gonna have to get off here anyway. Get over the emotional hang-ups and then spending money foolishly. This could be important. Just give me 1 sec. Sorry, guys. Hello?
Hello.
Huh.
Can I speak to Tiffany Larabe?
Yeah, huh? Who's this?
My name is Maricar. I am calling on behalf of
I've already spoke with all of you guys, and all of these places need to stop calling. You're not getting information from me, period. I appreciate that, but I don't give my information out for those things, and if you have documents or something, then you can mail them to me, and then I will be more than willing to look at them with my lawyer, okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So that was a scam call that was trying to force me to send them money that I don't have. And the reason I answered that, I wasn't going to, but I answered that because I very politely told them that I wasn't having it and that they weren't going to win. And she said, okay, thank you very much and have a good day. You know why? Because she knows that bullying and being aggressive wasn't going to get her anywhere. And I wasn't rude to her. I didn't mistreat her. And these are ways, because sometimes they can get your hang-ups where you're already aggravated or agitated, especially when you have all this other stuff going on, and you can really get mad or angry quickly. And don't get me wrong, I'm loud, so even when I'm not mad or angry quickly, thank you, Spirit, it's the truth. It is what it is. I accept it. Even when I'm not mad, sometimes people think that I'm mad because I'm being loud, and that's not the case. And I've learned to not punish myself for that. But also in doing that, I've allowed myself to find better ways to speak it and be a little more calm when I'm saying it. So if I can keep my inner self calm, it's a little easier to not raise my voice because I'm not in that fight or flight mode where I have to defend myself. So my voice isn't always going way, way up because I'm not agitated. I'm in a calm space. So it's easier to say what I need to say and find the thoughts in my brain as opposed to having, thank you, Spirit, as opposed to having them all jumbled up because I'm kept in fight or flight mode, and people are throwing questions at boom, 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 and you're getting agitated and upset, and then your voice raises, and everyone thinks you're crazy or being mad, and then it's a cycle, and you can't get out of that cycle because everyone thinks you're crazy because you're mad or upset, and that's not the case. So, but I didn't know how to fix that, and now I do, and I've learned a lot, and I've grown a lot. Thank you, Spirit. And as I do that, I'm just sharing as much as I can, so hopefully I can help some other people that were maybe in the same situation as me all the way through. So, I really had a good time today. I got to speak my truth. And for those who came and listened even for a little bit, I thank you. But I have to get off here. I have to go get my daughter. We're going to figure out this weekend. We're going to make some pumpkin pie. Thank you. I've never made pie crust before. I'm not really a baker, and I can cook. I can throw down some food, but being a baker is not one for me. Following instructions is a struggle with me. So learning to be obedient with Spirit, I've gotten much better, but learning to be obedient and follow directions has been a struggle, which I also learned with my paint by number picture. Thank you, Spirit. I learned that I had the ability, and I learned that I could do it. Oh, I know. That's why I have 3 pumpkins, so I figure, I figure if with 3 pumpkins, one of them's got to be bound to turn out right. So I'm okay with failure. I'm okay with figuring out what works. So I've learned that. I'm not going to be mad if we screw it up, but it's about trying. When you come over, Mackenzie, I'll show you our Christmas tree we made in the basement, and yeah, we can't afford to buy a tree, or people want to make it so we can't do these things. Well, I'm not going to take that, and I'm going to make us a tree, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to do all these activities, and it's going to be a party all the way till Christmas, 151 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit, because we're not going to allow that to get us down. And it's activities, and it's fun time, and it's time with each other, and it allows us to meet each other where we're at. So it helps my daughter connect with me, and me connect with her, especially with some of the learning disabilities. And it creates that patience, the ability to be patient and just allow things to happen with no focus on the end result. We're just doing it because that's what makes us happy, and that's what's keeping my daughter from worrying or feeling some shitty emotion that she shouldn't have to feel, because I'm in a situation that I don't want to be in, but I'm in that situation because God's teaching me how I can do better, be better, and show the world better. So I will be the calm in the storm, and I'll do practically, like, do the legwork. I will do the work that I have to do, but in the end of the day, it's up to God, and God also, to be fair, because God knows that I'm upset, and I don't want to be moving in the middle of winter with my kid, and God knows that otherwise I would be completely okay where we got to go. I'd go where you say, but I'm tired of moving every little bit because all I'm searching for is a little stability for my daughter and me. Thank you. I'm tired of moving all the time, and I'm not saying that I'm not willing to move at other times, but I'm not going to do this to my daughter. She's had 2 rough Christmases already. She's not going to have a third one, and this one, I don't care how we got to do it. It's going to be the most amazing Christmas she ever had, and I don't care. It doesn't. I'm not talking about 1,000 gifts. It's about the feeling and the memories. Thank you, Spirit. It's about the connection and the love that we really are going to be able to show and portray, and she's going to remember this Christmas over any other Christmas ever, because this is where we truly get to be ourselves and shine as bright as we can, right? So anyways, if I start talking about that, I'll be here for another 5 hours, because truly it's something that's in my heart, and I believe it with everything I have. So thank you, Spirit. but yeah, I have to go. I have to go get ready to get my daughter, and I cannot be late because the look on her face when she walks out that door and sees me just melts my heart. So, um, if I get a chance, maybe later I'll come back on, and at the very least, we'll see how my pumpkin pies turned out. If not, then I'll come on tomorrow and like a regular scheduled thing with the face mask and all of the things. And I really truly appreciate everyone showing up, and I hope somebody got something out of the messages that I share. And I look forward to sharing more as I learn and grow. So until tomorrow, or maybe later today, I love you guys so much, and have a wonderful day.